Okay, good morning, everyone. Uh, if you can hear me, please react by a thumbs up in your you have your reaction. Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, then please because I cannot unmute your microphones para walang interference, no. So just do. Okay, thank you. No, we are about to begin our virtual feedback session. Uh, Hinahanap ko lang. Ano. Okay. Sandali. So, there are still 110 on board. No? And we are expecting 175 out of the 255 that have enrolled in this course, online course. But I think some of those who have received the link may not be able to attend now because of many reasons: power interruption, low internet connection, not feeling well. No. Nevertheless, those if you have friends who cannot make it today, we will just send them the link to the video recording. Then they can just watch. In fact, I am going to upload this link in the LMS so that you will have you can just you can go back to it, no? uh, if you feel you have the need to go back to it. Okay. Again, welcome to our virtual feedback session, and I'm happy to welcome you here. I'm happy to assist you. uh, this is making my weekend, my Saturdays productive, especially that during this time of the pandemic. Nevertheless, we shall continue in our journey towards acquiring that wiseness or that wisdom, uh, how to handle any examination. No? So that's why it's a test wiseness. In fact, as I have mentioned earlier, this is not a review course. This is not a review program. No? Although in a way it will help prepare yourself for the civil service exam. No? But as I said, this is not a review activity. This is not a review program because there is no such thing as review in a government examination. Because when you say review, it's the second time to view, or in the context of the use of the terminology in the academic setting. Excuse me. Review in preparation for an academic test. No, it's you may have your midterm exams, you may have your final exams. No, so you are taking a second view of your lessons of the topics that were discussed in preparation for an academic exam, like the final exam, midterm examination, long quiz, and so on. So that is where the term review is appropriate. No, but when you are preparing yourself for a government examination, mind you, nobody has seen what the examination contains. So you cannot say, oh, mag-review lang. Saan ka ba magre-review? Well, in the case of licensure exams, yes, pwede yan. It's appropriate. Magre-review ako para sa licensure ko for teachers licensure exam because you expect uh, you can predict what will come out in the examination. You have the table of specifications sa licensure exams, din yun ang pag-aaralan mo. At yung mga pinag-aaralan mo were taken up in the various courses that you have passed in your college studies or in your academic pursuit. Kaya review. But for a government examination like the civil service exam or the career service examination, what is being measured in a career service examination at different levels. There are different levels of career service examination. You have the sub-professional level, you have the professional level, and the career executive service level. No, the three levels of examinations that will provide you, that will make you earn the corresponding eligibilities. No, so if you intend to work in the government and you would like to, you are contemplating to work at level 1 positions. Level 1 positions are for those positions that are allocated salary grade levels below salary grade level 10. So from 9 to grade 1, that's level 1, level 1 position. So what you need there is sub-professional eligibility. In fact, salary grade 1 to 4 positions normally don't have eligibilities. These are the administrative aid for mga drivers or janitorial and so on. Now, but salary grade 5 above, then you will need, one will need a sub-professional exam. Before, a sub-professional exam, as a sub-professional eligibility can be earned if you can take the sub-professional examination if you have earned 72 units in college. But now, wala na yan. So you can take whatever level that you want to take, no? So for as long as you meet the certain age requirement. So even it's a student pa, you can already take the career professional examination. So itong dalawa. Now, in the case of the Career Executive Service Examination, these are the eligibilities required for presidential appointees, no? So, yung mga CESO, no? So, or yung mga CSEE, no? So, the CES eligibility, yung if you see your directors, if you see your boss na lagay CESO, may rank. Pag may rank siya, ibig sabihin appointed by the president siya. Pero pag walang rank, seso lang, meaning appointed by certain appointing authorities. Like sa TESDA, regional directors lang ang presidential appointees, kaya meron silang seso rank, seso 3 or seso 3. Kasi director 4 is seso 3. Director 3, mga provincial directors, kung appointed by the president, is seso 4, no? So now, for the career executive service, iba naman ang eligibility process, no? So four stages 'yan. Then anyway, maikwento ko na lang sa inyo para alam nyo kung ang inyong director is aseso, alam nyo kung niya na earn 'yon, no? So it begins with a written exam. Then the written exam, may assessment center. It's a one-day simulation. Then after assessment center, then my performance validation, then my interview. After that, then you will become a career executive service eligible, SESE. Then after that, meron pang the executive leadership program. Then pag nakatapos ang isang candidate, then he will become a SESO, no? Career executive service officer na. Like me, I'm a SESO. But since I am not a presidential appointee, wala akong rank, no? At saka mabuti na rin yung hindi ka presidential appointee kasi pag nag-change ng president, the first executive order by the president is all presidential appointees are considered to be resigned. So pag nakatanggap ka ng letter from the president, thank you for your valued service. your resignation is accepted. So kahit hindi ka nag-resign, you're good as resign. Yun ang unang, that's always the first executive order, the first action of the president. Siyempre, the new president would like to have stability in his leadership. So yung mga hindi suno sa payong niya, na detrimental din sa leadership niya, then yun ang unang natatanggal pag nag-change ng leadership. But for other eligibilities, no, then you are all guaranteed sa level 2, or kahit na seso pero hindi ka appointed by the president, then yun yun. There are different ways of earning eligibilities. What many do when they are preparing for their eligibility examination is they study the contents of the examination. Well, that will help. But what will work effectively is you have that ability. In fact, I am going to repeat my discussion on ability and test wiseness last meeting, because I would like to emphasize that, no? Huwag niyong ibuhos ang panahon niya memorizing the vocabulary, the antonyms, the synonyms, and the word pairs, and so on. You know, you're going to get crazy if you're going to do that. What you are supposed to do is focus on the abilities or the skills that are being measured. Even sa behavioral event interview, granting pumasa na kayo. Like when I first did this, itong review na ito, I was requested by our secretary sa TESDA, si Secretary Lapenia, to conduct the review for the JOs in the central office. May mga pumasa, a good number. In fact, pag nasa central office ako, wala pang pandemic, nakakasalubong ko, biglang yuyuko ko, thank you sir. Sabi ko, bakit? Nag-review po ako sa inyo last time, pero hindi ko na matanda nag-review, no? Then nagpapasalamat. Well, I said, okay. Pasalamat ka sa sarili mo, hindi sa akin. Dahil nagpapasa sa iyo. So this is what I'm trying to do with you. I'm just trying to unleash your potential na makita nyo, ito pala. Pag analogy pala, test wiseness means a lot, no? Kasi kahit na hindi mo hindi ka familiar sa topic, pero if you are familiar with the strategy, no, and if you have that strategic foresight, no, I'll explain to you later on after I discuss with you the issues and concerns. The word strategic foresight, no. Alam mo ang mangyayari, alam mo kung ano ang mangyayari, ano ang gagawin mo pagdating sa verbal ability test, verbal relationship, single word approach analogy, paired approach analogy, paragraph organization, then reading comprehension. Pagdating sa reading comprehension, yun, masalimuot na kung iisipin mo, a lot of those who prepare for the examinations sasabihin, ang napakahirap na part ng test ay ang reading comprehension dahil hindi namin natapos, dahil mababa, even way back to your college days or way back to your high school days. It's not na hindi mo alam, but you were able to manage very well your time, no? Actually, the highest measure, the most effective measure of ability or competence is your ability to perform certain task ahead of the given time. So pag may task, binigyan ka ng task 30 minutes to perform it, and if you can do it in 20 minutes, then you're good. Pero pag yung task na binigay mo sa'yo, maayos naman, pero it took you one day, katulad ng, in fact, that's the first lesson that I let you walk through. The pretest. The pretest is not, it was not given to you to measure how well you can answer the questions. The pretest was not given to you to measure your ability already. Kasi ano nga bang susukatin? But the pretest was given to you so that I can see your test-taking behavior. No? Now, if you were doing the pretest, nagbigay pa ako ng admonition, ng warning sa inyo, do not use other references. Do not resort to huwag kayong mag-Google, or don't ask for help. Answer it the best way you can, no? Now, although the result is promising, maganda yung result kasi ang dami nakakuha ng 80% and above. But may question mark ako. Ano yung question mark ko? Gaano mo katagal kinuha yon? Yung iba naka 3 attempts. Yung iba naka 2 attempts. Now, that is something we have to improve on. Kasi what I did when I was preparing myself for the career service executive examination noon ng civil service, because I have two third level eligibilities, the CSEE. Yun ang eligibility ni Secretary La Peña, CSEE. That's why you will see in his name, CSEE. Ang nagko-confirm ng eligibility na yan, yung Career Service Executive Eligibility, was the Civil Service Commission. Wala na ngayon yan, wala na yung ganong eligibility. Dahil noon, dalawa ang nagko-confer ng eligibility, Civil Service Commission and the Career Executive Service Board, no? So, yan, CSEE, no? So, when I was preparing for the CSEE, no, I was doing my best to learn to manage my time, and then secondly is once I learned managing my time, I have to beat time. Kailangan talunin mo yung oras, no? Talunin mo ang oras. Kasi pag matalo mo ang oras and you do it well, you do it accurately, then that's already 30%, 40% of the battle is won, no? So konting contents na lang, then you get familiar, and then you have the handles, no? The term handles. Pag sinabing anong ibig sabihin ko pag sinabing you have the handles, may hahawakan ka, alam mo, ang hirap kaya dalhin ng isang kaserola na walang handle, no? Na so biruin mo, otherwise aakapin mo yung kasi wala kang hawakan, no? So practically in life becomes easy when you have handles, no? Yung mga handles na yun come in the form of advices, come in the form of coaching, come in the form of mentoring. O pinagawa ka nito ng boss mo, ng bossing mo, gawa ka ng TOR, no? Pinagawa ka ng focal. Yung focal, siyang pinagawa ng director. Pero marami siyang trabaho, excuse me, sasabihin, halika, gawa ka ng TOR, no? Ngayon, kung hindi mo alam paano atake ng TOR, then mga problema ka. Like when I was the executive director ng ITESDA, binibiro ko yung mga JOs ko doon eh. Sabi ko, halika dito. Hindi ko sabihin ang pangalan. Sabi ko, meron akong speaking engagement tomorrow. Pwede bang gawan mo ko ng speech ko, no? Nako, the following day hindi na pumasok, no? Hindi na siya pumasok. Then, nagkataon, pamangkin siya ng isang empleyado din sa TESDA, taga General Services. Pumunta sa akin. Direktor, nahihiya nang pumasok yung pamangkin ko. Pamangkin mo pala si ano? Kasi hindi daw niya alam gumawa ng speech. So hindi na siya pumasok. Nahiya na siya. Sabi ko, come on. Alaga, papasukin mo dito, tuturuan ko siya. No? Tuturuan ko siya. So, that afternoon, pumasok siya. Hindi alam kung titingin sa akin, hindi alam kung ngingiti siya or ano, dahil siyempre alam mo ng typical behavior ng JO, no? Kapag binigyan ng trabaho ng bossing at expectation ay mataas at hindi magawa-gawa, you know how it feels. So sabi ko, halika dito, upo ka. Okay. Ganito ang paggawa noon. First paragraph, second paragraph. So ganon. Kasi ako pag nagbigay ako ng assignment sa staff ko, kahit sa JO, I teach them the process. Kasi yun lang na ipapamana ko sa mga staff ko. Paano gawin ang isang trabaho. Kaya yung mga staff ko, gumagaling sila, no? So ganon. So if you don't have the handles, you will really find it difficult, no? Doon sa test, may mathematical ability. Sa mathematical ability, anong pinag-uusapan? Ano ang mga questions sa mathematical ability? May question on arithmetic. May question on percentage. Pag sinabing percentage, apat na klaseng problems ang percentage. May problem pertaining to the base, may problem pertaining to the interest, may problem pertaining to the rate. Eh, paano gagawin 'yon? Okay. Sa fractions. Now, ang tawag doon is algorithm, no? So, pag hindi mo alam kung paano gagawin yan, then you cannot handle any problem. Kaya ang wiseness, kaya actually there is no such word as wiseness. Ginawa ko lang itong I just coined the word wise and ness, no? Kasi ness is a suffix, no? Kaya highness, may mga words ending in ness. Actually, it's a suffix. And then, ang kasama niyan is an adjective, no? So, pag sinabi mong wiseness, no? Or highness, no? Or then ang ibig sabihin is ness is a state of, no? State of. So, pag sinabing wiseness is a state of being wise, no? So, kung sa ang most familiar dito doon is being street smart, no? Street smart. Kaya when you're street smart kid, no? Then you sabi pa sa salitang kalye, no? I cannot find the word in Tagalog or in Filipino. Okay, so yun. As we go through weeks, no, and days, actually we are. I am happy because we are now at the virtual feedback session. Matatapos na yung walang katapusang text messages, private messages. Wala po akong na-receive na link. Hindi po ako makapasok sa LMS. Wala po kaming ganito. Hindi ko natanggap. Yung mga kasamahan ko ay meron na. Ako po ay wala. No? Then biniverify namin ni Roslyn yung secretariat. Ay meron na kami na ipadala. Then i-screenshot, ipapa-screenshot, ipapadala. Anyway, hindi marami ang ganito. Siguro a little less than 10%, no? Meron pang makulit, meron pang, meron pa talagang nasusubukan yung patience ko. Kaya lang, maririnig ko somebody would whisper to me, that's my gift of discernment. Sasabihin, oy, wag kang magre-react. Okay, I'll load you with more patience. Actually, natutuwa din ako dahil I learned to be really patient, no? So, but more than 90% of you are doing well. We're doing well. In fact, tuloy-tuloy, no? Kaya lang, saan nanggagaling yung mga problema? Saan nanggagaling yung mga challenges? Hindi problema, challenges. Nanggagaling yung mga challenges doon sa mga humabol. Biruin mo, until 1 o'clock this morning, naghahabol kami ng mga papadalhan ng sino pa, isa-isa. Biruin mo, sa spreadsheet na yan, sinusuyod namin more than 250 enrollees, iniisa-isa, no? So sabi ko, okay, this is really a great experience in patience and tolerance, no? Sa kaya nga sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, bakit ko nga ba ginawa ito, no? Kasi intended lang this came about, no? Tapos na kasi yung last year ko, yung mga materials nandiyan na. What this came about, nag-request si Region 10, no? Dahil yung isang PD doon, bagong PD, si PD Gigi Garrido, nung ma-appoint siyang PD, texted siya sa akin, PD Joe, I want to do something for our JOs. I want to help them. No? At alam ko meron ka nang ginawa na gusto kong gawin mo ulit, may special request ako for my JOs. No, so yung mga JOs ni PDGG sa Region 10, you tell her the story kasi itong test wiseness was triggered by the review by the JOs from Region 10. Sumunod na nga lang si Caraga. Then sumunod si Region 11, dumami ang mga Region 11, no? So, 'yun, sabi ko Inaabot kami ng midnight working on all this. Sabi ko, bakit nga ba kami nakapasok dito? But nevertheless, that's not the point, no? Kasi this is where we measure our commitment, where we measure our concern. No, sabi ko, ba't ko ba ito ginagawa? Then, umabot na ng iba-ibang regions. In fact, may isang region na hindi ko napadalhan ng link. Region 4B. Kinausap ako ni Ardigam, no? Sabi niya, PDJo, bakit hindi mo ko pinadalhan? Sabi ko, bakit hindi mo ko pinadalhan ng link? Sabi ko, Ardigam, sa second batch ka na. Para may reason ako to go on for the second batch. Otherwise, sabi ko, parang ayaw ko na. Kaya lang, sayang naman ang opportunity. Anong tawag dito? Pag maraming pumasa, ang target ko lang sa inyo is 40%, no? Target ko lang yan, but it can go, pwedeng lumampas yan sa target. Di sabi ko, okay, may maganda akong nagawa para sa mga JOs, no? Sana ginawa natin ito earlier pa kasi ngayon nagkataon bumabaha ang mga vacant items. Kaya lang rin yan, mababakante din yan dahil marami rin ang mga nagsisipag-retire. Kaya ganito. So we are here. Tapos na because after this virtual session, feedback session, I will just share with you paano ang naging general norms of your test taking behavior. Ano mga naging problema? Actually, ang content ng virtual feedback session is hindi masyadong marami. But again, I am focused on the conditioning aspect para magkaroon kayo ng focus how to develop, no? And then how to develop your abilities. So, babalikan ko yung discussion doon sa virtual orientation session. And then anong tawag dito? After this virtual feedback session, by November 21, magbubukas na sa LMS ang materials for session 1. Kasi after the virtual feedback session, I will recommend to all of you to go back to the pretest, no? Then isa-isahin nyo, no? Forget about the answers you have done. Then answer it, make one last attempt, no? Na magawa mo and then see how fast you can. But be sure to read all the questions and the choices. Go through all the questions. Then let us see what will be your score, no? Yung pretest is not more on accuracy. It's more on preparing. Kung tingnan mo pag lumalaban si Senator Pacquiao mayroon siyang naghahanda siya para sa laban niya sa boxing. Katakot-takot na preparation ang ginagawa niya, no? So nagko-conditioning. Especially if you are updated with the development. Ang exam ngayon ng civil service is computer-based examination. So it will just be similar to what you are doing now, no? So yung ibang nagre-review sa ibang review centers, binibigay sa kanila ng review materials but hindi in the context of an online exam. So at least ito, you will get used to the medium, no? You will get used to the medium of taking the exam. And then hindi papel ang hinahawakan nyo, hindi paper and pencil test, pero computer-based exam, no? At least masasanay kayo. Sinasanay ko lang ang mata nyo at kamay nyo, no? This is doing a neuromuscular coordination. Yung nagbabasa kayo, and then sumasagot kayo dyan sa then ang common ang makakaapekto sa inyo, which kaya I'd like that you will I'd like to ask you to give focus on that, is yung carelessness, no? Yung carelessness kasi you don't have the opportunity to erase your answer. You don't have unlike in a paper and pencil test, you have the opportunity to go back to the questions and then change them. Okay, so ito you can go back to the questions, kaya lang you cannot you cannot freely do it, no? Kaya mabuti nang masanay kayo. Condition yourselves, no? Kaya ito conditioning. May mga nagte-text sa akin, natatawa ako dahil tapos na po ako ng pretest, naka 80% na ako. Ano po ang gagawin ko, no? So, sabi ko, magantay ka for the next activity. Meron naman, uulit-ulitin ko lang po. Okay, no? So, the point that I'm trying to say is, kahit na nasagot mo na yan, kahit na naka-80 ka na yan, tingnan mo yung time mo. Yung 80 mo is gaano katagal mo tinapos yun. Natapos mo yan ng 1 hour. Okay, take it again. Mark your score. Write down your score. Take it again. Tingnan mo in 45 minutes kung makukuha mo pa rin. Observe, what do you call this? Put yourself under time pressure. Okay? So, okay, nakuha mo 45 minutes. But ilan ang score mo? Mas mataas ba nung 1 hour? Now, pag hindi mataas sa first score mo dahil ni-reduce mo yung time, dahil you are now under pressure, then naturally may effect yan sa ano. Yun ang gusto kong makita ninyo, kung i-shorten nyo at i-shorten yung time, pauulit-ulitin mo yung test. Don't remember the answers. Don't remember the answers. Ang gawin niyo is, every time you answer the pretest, read the question, forget your first answers. Answer the question, huwag nang mag-isip, no? The first impulse, the spontaneous answer, that is what I'm trying to develop in you. You should be spontaneous in answering the question. Basahin yung question, look at the choices, spend 30 seconds, which one is the correct, which one is the best, then choose it. Now, lalo na sa mathematical ability, then if you can choose the correct answer by estimation, then the better. Because this is the purpose of the online course, the Test Wiseness online course. It's not how many times you have finished it, it's not the score that you have gotten it, but it should be the best performance in the shortest possible time. So nakuha mo ng yung 1 hour muna, the first round nakuha mo ng 1 hour. Then yung iba kasi, ang iba sinusulat ang answer niya para pagbalik niya, titingnan niya yung answer niya, din yun din ang isasagot niya. Hindi, it will not help like that. Kasi pre-test pa yan, no? Ang iba, pag pagbasa ng question, nakatabi yung cellphone, smartphone, vocabulary, i-google yung word, din hahanapin yung sagot. You are not helping yourself because that is not allowed during the examination. Ngayon, nasagot na niya, isinulat yung mga sagot, pag second round niya, para maka 80% siya, ay every question, itong sagot ko kanina, yun din ang sagot. Yung iba, ini-screenshot pa, no? Yung mga screenshots titignan. So, ang tanong ko is, how long did it take you to finish, to complete your pretest? Were you able to finish it in 2 hours straight? No? So, yung iba, like when I was preparing myself, I do the what do you call this? My review. Natutulog muna ako. Then magigising ako 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Ang ganda ng signal ng internet pag madaling araw, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, walang mga gumagamit niyan. Then doon ka gumawa, no? So that's the point, my dear participants, no? So ang pretest is yung 80% na yan, huwag kang maging masaya kasi baka kinuha mo yan ng kalahating araw o buong araw o pabalik-balik ka dahil ginagawa mo part 1 din babalikan mo naman, buti hindi naglalak ang genome mo, no? So with this background, no, anong tawag dito? We will have more conditioning exercises as we go through the course, no? So I hope you will enjoy the course, no? As I said, by the way, don't forget to accomplish the attendance sheet, no? So yung mahinang signal, dahil may mga nagchat-chat dito na mahinang signal, don't worry. Kahit kayo maayos kayo na nakikinig, if you still want to get the recording, mag-private message lang kayo doon sa sa Project Hope, Test Wiseness, no? Doon kayo mag-message. If you are my friend in my other accounts, wag doon sa other accounts ka mag-message, ha? Doon sa Test Wiseness, dahil ako rin ang sumasagot doon, no? Okay, no? So to start with, let's so before we continue, let's begin our session by invoking the blessing of the Almighty. So may I ask you to please compose yourself, relax, and then place yourself in the presence of God. I know you know the song, the doxology. If you want to sing with the song, then para medyo your spirit will open and the Holy Spirit will transcend upon you, no?
Pag-ibig ang siyang pumukaw sa ating puso at kaluluwa, ang siyang nagdulot sa ating buhay ng gintong aral at pag-asa. Pag-ibig ang siyang buklod natin, di mapapawi kailan pa man. Sa puso't diwa tayo'y isa lamang, kahit na tayo'y magkawalay. Pagkat ang Diyos natin, Diyos ng pag-ibig, magmahalan tayo't magtulungan. At kung tayo'y bigo, ay huwag limutin na may Diyos tayong nagmamahal. Sikapin sa ating pagsuyo, ating ikalat sa buong mundo. Pag-ibig ni Jesus ang siyang sumakop sa bawat pusong uhaw sa pagsuyo. Magmahalan tayo't magtulungan. At kung tayo'y bigo, ay huwag limutin na may Diyos tayong nagmamahal. Pagkat ang Diyos natin, Diyos ng pag-ibig, magmahalan tayo't magtulungan. At kung tayo'y bigo, ay huwag limutin na may Diyos tayo. Diyos ay pag-ibig.
Again, good morning, everyone. I am receiving a lot of, I am flooded with a lot of text messages here, including in my private number. Kaya lang as I said, basahin nyo na lang sana yung ano, yung advisory ko that those who cannot get those who are experiencing weak signal, uh, you can just request for the link to the video recording. We will share that. No, so now I hope you got the message and you got the feel of the doxology. Actually, I was trying when I was preparing the slides. Ang dami kong gustong I had a lot of choices kung ano yung iano ko na video for the doxology. Hindi mag-work, no? So then ito when I came up with this, yun nag-work siya. Then I said, okay, this fits. Tama rin ang mensahe because as I said, yung iba nagtataka bakit ko ginagawa ito, no? This is free. First of all, I just want this is my way of showing my appreciation to the JOs, kayo, no? No, because I really appreciate what you are doing for us mga directors, mga regular staff. That's why I always think of something, ano pang magagawa ko para sa mga ganitong mga tao who is helping us in the office, no? Yeah, actually this course is an act of love for you, concern for you. Sana harinaway you will be enlightened by the Holy Spirit that when you take the career service examination, you will be able to make it. In fact, I have been praying for all of you, no? So that's the only thing I can share at this time of the day of the pandemic, at this time of ano. But nevertheless, that is the most important gift that you can have. So, malapit na rin lang ang Pasko, no? I am doing this for all of you as my Christmas gift for you, no? At least, no? So, and then dahil yung iba nga actually may mga nagtatanong sa akin, bakit mo ba ginagawa yan? Sabi ko, well, I just love to do it, no? So, what do you call this? Ginagawa ko yung mga ano nyo, yung mga ano ba, yung mga accounts nyo sa LMS, no? It takes time and it takes a lot of efforts. But nevertheless, it's an act of commitment. This is a commitment. This is an expression of love, an expression of appreciation na sana gawin nyo rin para sa iba, no? You can return to me the charity. You can return to me my act of kindness to you. Ang request ko lang sa inyo is you'll become a better person sa office nyo, no? Para mawili sa iyo ang supervisor mo, ang bossing mo, ang director mo, then at least that will be the best thing that you can get next to passing the civil service exam, no? So, yun. Balik tayo sa presentation ko. So, what are we going to take up during this virtual feedback session? So, this is our agenda. No, so, yun. We are going to have a course overview refresher. Babalikan natin. Ano nga ba ang test wiseness? Ulit, no? Because all these things should be in your mind and should focus on these things as you take the exams, no? As you take the course, the online course, no? You have to navigate your way through the course, no? Do it as honestly, as diligently as you can. Give time to it, no? Ako nga I am giving my time to this, to the preparations. So ikaw rin, kayo rin. You put your love into this. Dahil itong ginagawa ko sa inyo is an act of love, no? Malasakit ito. Ito yung totoong malasakit para sa inyo. Meron tayong malasakit sa TESDA, no? Abot lahat. Biruin mo, inabot ko lahat from Region 1 down to Mindanao, from Luzon to Mindanao. Naaabot ko, actually, I am serving 10 regions, no? Oh, so sabi ko, at least ako, I have a very concrete personal expression of abot lahat, no? So imagine, as far as Region 1, then down to Mindanao, sa halos sa 10 regions, ay merong ngayon naka-onboard, no? I'm in touch with everyone, no? So yun. So magre-refresh, we're going to have a refresher of the course overview. Then the scope and sequence din, para you will have your own sense of direction, no? Then the learning contents refresher. Ano nga bang course? Ano bang content nitong Test Wiseness online course, no? Then actually na-amuse ako sa inyo eh. Pag walang advisory, wala ba ang bagal ng nagtitrickle ang responses, ang movement doon sa element. Pero pag nag-post ng advisory, yung takot-takot, parang mga langgam na gumagalaw na naman. So biglang nagpa-flood yung But commonly, ang tahimik, sabi ko, matahimik ang chat room ko, no? Ngayon, pag nag-post ako, yun, biglang ang daming parang mga langgam na gumagalaw, no? So kaya lang hindi ako nagpo-post palagi dahil baka nakaka-pressure sa inyo. Alam ko marami kayong ginagawa ang dami nating ginagawa sa TESDA ngayon, no? Super, no? Sa ang daming mga directives na kailangan i-comply, no? At nakakatakot pag hindi ka nag-comply, no? So yun. Then tama naman, no? Kasi tama naman i-comply yun for the good of our clients, no? Then ito na yung first feedback. Yung makikita niyo yung saan ba nanggaling ang nandito ngayon sa online course, no? Saan nanggaling. So you'll see the network. And then your entry level behavior, no? How many attempts ang ginawa, at what score, anong range of score. And ako natutuwa ako sa range of scores nyo, no? Yung mga matataas ang scores, sabi ko pwede na ito mag self-study sila and using the LMS. Then pag na-enhance pa yan, then all the more do you have the best chances of making it in the career service examination, no? Then okay, ito issues and concerns, yung mga kukunti lang naman, no? Those are the pre-LMS issue, pre-entrance to before you got into the LMS, no? Actually, marami, a good number, hindi naman marami. Siguro ilan na ilang beses naming dinelete yung account kasi nakapasok una, tapos hindi na nakapasok ulit. Delete na naman, then nakapasok na naman, then pagkatapos nun, wala na naman, hindi na naman siya nakapasok, no? Merong ganito, no? So siguro meron nga 5 times na i-create yung account niya, no? Kasi text na yung text. Yun ang point na sabi ko, pambihira ito. But anyway, we have to be patient. Sige na. Ayusin natin yan. Tulungan natin yan. Malay natin, yun ang mag-top ng civil service exam. So, sige, okay, we'll go ahead. No, ayusin natin, tulungan natin. Narito na lang tayo. Let's be tolerant, no? So, sana matuto rin ito ng tolerance. Kayong lahat, no? Kung ano yung pinapakita ko sa inyo ngayon, paano mag-handle sa inyo, the care and concern you're experiencing from me, you're getting from me, the attention you're getting from me, sana ganun din ang gawin nyo sa clients inyo, no? Because if everybody will do that, then this will be a beautiful world, no? So ito na yung mga payoffs ng course, no? Yun ang sinasabi na touching the lives and the spirits of people. Kaya ako ganun, I make it a point, no? Because lahat ng mga encounters ko with people is not an encounter by chance. Lahat ng mga nakakasalamuha ko, lahat ng mga nakakaharap ko, lahat ng mga nakakausap ko, ay hindi kami nagtagpo by accident or by chance. Iyan ang philosophy ko, no? So, pag meron ako nakaharap, nakatagpo, aayusin ko ang sarili ko. Makikipag-usap ako ng maayos, no? Paglilingkuran ko yan, no? Aayusin ko yan. Dahil yung pagtatagpo na yan, that encounter is not an encounter by chance, but that is an encounter by God, by the heavens. Kaya yung mga taong pumupunta sa atin, yung mga taong pumunta sa akin, ang tingin ko kayo sa taong yan is ito, pinadala ng Diyos para i-assist ko ito, no? Kaya kaya ang daming nagugulat. Lalo na pag pumupunta ko sa mga TBI, magte-text sa akin mga trainees, mga scholars, I reply to them. And then when I reply to them, then they will say, "Thank you so much for replying." Sabi ko, "Bakit kaya nagpapasalamat?" Kasi sir, nakikipag-usap pala ang director sa amin. Why, what's wrong? No? Dahil ako ang orientation ko, it doesn't matter. Actually, sa office, mas alaga ko yung mga nasa baba kaysa mga nasa taas. No? Uh, I remember I remember when I left, nung paalis na ako sa latest assignment sa sa previous assignment sa Sambonga del Sur, wala akong send off, walang paalam. Pero I had my last encounter, ang isinama ko parang ano na rin, parang send. Alam mo sino mga kasama ko, mga JOs. Alam mo yung ibang participant, alam nila yan, no? So, pero nung magbibigay sa akin ng send program, sabi ko, wag na. Wala nang program kasi hindi natin alam, baka rin ako dito sa province nyo. Kaya lang, hindi ko sinabi nung magkaroon ng activity ang mga regular, I think they were in, meron silang pinuntahan. It was a regional activity. Ako ang taong bahay. Sabi ko, sige, labas tayo doon. Kumain kami sa labas. Sabi ko, ito nang send off ko. Yung nag-send off sa akin mga JOs, no? Actually, yun ang ganun ko kaalaga ang mga JOs, no? Kaya nadamay na kayo ngayon, nasama na kayo ngayon, no? Sa Then, strategic foresight. Ito yung bago nyong makukuha dito. Ano nga bang strategic foresight? Well, ito yung kailangan natin lalo na ngayon sa panahon. Itong panahon ng kahirapan, no? Pag wala kang foresight, hindi mo alam paano ka magpapatuloy sa buhay mo. Ito yung resilience. Paano mo haharapin yung mga issues and challenges in life, no? Then, okay, I will have time for question. Kaya kung may mga questions kayo, type mo na rin sa kasi i-scroll ko lang 'yan pag may question doon, then sasagutin ko 'yan, no? Then again, uulitin ko yung mga schedules ng virtual sessions. Ipo-post ko ito sa Facebook, sa Test Wiseness online course account ng Facebook. Ipo-post ko ito, kaya what do you call this? Instead na magtatanong kayo sa akin, just go to it, or i-shot ninyo, then para meron kayong reference, no? Sa Then yung way forward natin. Okay? So these are the things that we will be talking about, and hopefully we shall be able to take all of this before 12 noon, because I still have another meeting at 1:30, no? Okay, so on the course overview refresher. Okay? Yung virtual orientation session, ang topic nito is course overview. Ngayon refresher na, para wag niyo makalimutan, no, sa Okay. So what is the course overview, no? Ano nga ba ito? So what is Test Wiseness, no? So itong Test Wiseness online course is a self-paced Test Wiseness online course designed to help the online kayo as you prepare to take the career service examination, no? So kaya tuloy-tuloy kayo, you work sa Then uh, This will open your mind. Kaya nga ano, through your online activities in the LMS. Then the focus of this course is on the development of the abilities being tested in the civil service exam. So what are these? Verbal, clerical, and mathematical abilities. Now in which case, kapag nagkaroon kayo ng abilities na ito, you will also find these useful in your work in the office, no? So kaya yun. This will work both ways. For your preparation, in your preparation for the examinations, and to enhance your work performance and productivity in the office. So yun. And if you have these abilities, then bullseye ka. You will always be able to do your work properly, no? So you hit the nail on the head, no? So yun. Because you have the abilities. Ang tanong nga ba ngayon is, meron ka na ba nito, no? Well, pag meron ka na nito, pag alam mo na ito, then this will just be an enhancement session, no? Ito pala, meron ako niyan, alam ko na yan. Well, yun. Kasi sometimes we know a lot of things, pero hindi natin alam ang labels, no? Ano pala yan? Ang tawag pala niyan ay ganito. Ang tawag pala niyan ay ability. Ang tawag pala niyan ay ganon, no? Kasi once you don't have the labels, no? Actually, life is a matter of labeling, no? Label. Kaya yung mga MU, no? Yung mga common yan. Yung mga mutual understanding, no? Nag-MU na kayo, no? Ang hirap ng MU pag wala kayong labels. Kaya kailangan talaga may label ang anumang bagay. Because it is based on the schema theory of knowledge, no? Unless wala kayong label sa loob ng isip nyo, kung anong tawag diyan, hindi mo ma-retrieve yan. Subukan mo kaya mag-save sa computer mo ng walang file name, no? So ang nakalagay lang, document 1, document 1, document 2, document 3, document 4, save. I-save as nyo lang yung document. Document 1, document 2, document 3, document 4. Pag mayroon ka ng 100 documents na ganon ang file, ang what do you call this, ang naming convention, hindi mo linagyan ng labels, hindi mo nilagyan ng file names. Pagdating ng oras na magre-retrieve ka ng file, andyan yung hahanapin mong file. Hindi mo alam kung alin dun. Not unless tinandaan mo na yun ay document 23. No? Kaya lang, pag nakalimutan mo, saan nga ba yung files ko? Okay. Lahat yan, document 1 to document 100. Para malocate mo yung file mo, anong gagawin mo? Bubuksan mo isa-isa yung files para makita yung hinahanap mong files. Kaya it's the labeling, no? It's the labeling. Hindi mo ma-organize ang mga files mo kung wala kang labels, no? Dahil after labeling, i-group mo na yan. So pag nag-group mo na yan, ilagay mo sa isang folder, no? Yung mga files mo, no? Lalo ngayon sa TESDA, nagdi-digitize yung mga documents. Ewan ko kung ginagawa nyo ba ito, no? Then you know the file, the naming conventions, no? The file conventions. Then madaling i-retrieve, no? So yun. Kaya ito ang abilities, no? Do you have these abilities? Yun ang kaya yun ang that should be your basic orientation why you are here. As I said, this is not a review class. No? You're not going to memorize vocabularies. You're not going to memorize mathematical problems. But what you will learn here is how you will handle, how you're going to deal, what is your attack skills, no? So, anong attack skill mo sa verbal abilities? Pag may verbal ability ka, you can attack an analogy test. You can attack a paired approach analogy test. You can attack a single word approach analogy. You can attack a paragraph organization test. At your attack skills, no, is different from the content. Maaring alam ang content, pero ang test behavior expected, no? The expected test behavior ay hindi mo alam. So diyan ang level of confidence mo maiiba, no? Actually, one who is taking the test with a high level of confidence has greater chances of passing the exam compared to one who is taking the exam, encountering that test for the first time. Kaya nga, pag pang ilang beses ka nang kumuha ng civil service exam, kumuha ka ng licensure exam, pang-apat, you are developing some insights. Paano, ganito. Ito yung score ko. Ang problema lang kasi, pag ang score mo in the succeeding test ay bumababa, okay, first time na kumuha ka ng pre-test, mataas ang score mo. The next time kumuha ka ng pre-test, bumaba yung score mo, then nag-deteriorate ka, then it is not a matter of content, but it is a matter of foresight, a matter of ability, no? Kung sa ano, sabi pa abilidad, no? Pag hindi tama yung abilidad ay abilibad, no? So, yun. So this is not a review class. This is a course. In fact, this is a highly psychological course. Why I say psychological? Because my focus here is on the development of your abilities. Saang areas? Verbal ability, analytical ability, clerical, and mathematical abilities. Kahit pa turuan ko kayo nito ng lahat ng nalalaman ko, kahit pa makinig kayo sa akin araw-araw, still if you will not acquire that ability, pag yan ma-possess, pag hindi mai-transfer sa iyo, still you will not make it in the civil service exam or in any examination, no? So kaya ganon, no? So ngayon pag sinabi, ay alam ko na yan, kumuha na ko niyan, dalawang beses ako nag-pretest, tingnan mo yung oras, tingnan mo yung time. Okay, can you do it at the shortest possible time? That's why you have to compete against time, no? Para gumaling ka, no? No? Iba ang maabilidad sa matalino. Dahil may mga matatalino na walang abilidad, no? Cognitively marami siyang alam, no? Ito yung mayroong ganitong tipong ganun sa office, no? Marami siyang alam kaya hindi marunong makisama, hindi maintindihan, hindi makarelate sa iba, no? Oddball siya, no? So wala siyang ability on interpersonal relation, on social skills. Ito yung multiple intelligences ni Gardner, no? May people skill, may emotional skills, may intellectual skills, may cognitive skills, no? Emotional, yeah. So ganon. So ngayon, yung mga taas ang social quotient, no? Yan ang maraming kaibigan, ano? So kaya maraming mga intelligences na nga. So it doesn't mean na ay ang magaling lang ay yung mataas ang intellectual quotient, no? Yung IQ. Maraming matataas ang IQ, kaya lang very low ang EQ, yung emotional quotient, no? Mataas, matalino, kaya lang very sensitive, ang daling magalit, ang daling magtampo, ang daling well, may problema siya sa emotional quotient niya. Then hindi malayang mararating niyan. Dahil lahat ng dadaanan niya, kaaway niya, lahat ng dadaanan niya ay may problema siya. Problema siya. So issues 'yan, siya issue, no? So 'yun. Or magaling ka nga pero hindi ka marunong makisama. Magaling ka nga pero hindi ka marunong magpadama ng malasakit sa iba para sa iba. Wala ring kabuluhan 'yan, no? So 'yun. Because we should be a whole, what do you call this, a well-rounded person, no? Hindi lang sa no? Hindi lang sa marami kang alam, pero paano ginagamit mo yung nalalaman mo, no? Yung iba maraming alam pero hindi isinishare, hindi binabahagi. So walang kwenta 'yan. Because sabi ko nga, knowledge is not knowledge unless it is shared. Love is love unless it is shared. Kaya pag tinanong ka, actually, tinatanong ka, sabi pa, when you love with all your heart, but actually, anatomically, heart has nothing to do with emotions, no? Kaya lang ang function lang ng heart is to pump blood. At ang alam lang ng heart ay dalawang sound. Ano yung sound ng heart? Yung lubdub, lubdub, lubdub. Outside of that, pagsusupply ng blood, other than that, wala nang ibang function ng heart to supply just the continuous supply blood para mag-circulate siya, yun, sa manipulate siya. Kaya ang totoo sa totoo lang, ang internal organ natin na may kaugnayan sa emotion is liver. Kasi tingnan mo, pag bigla kang natakot, bigla kang nagulat, o bigla kang namumutla ka or whatever, at ang may control sa reaction na yan, ng emotional reaction na yan, is the liver, no? Kaya sasabihin ng iba, okay, sige, so sasabihin ng I love you with all my liver, no? So I love you with all my liver. So ganon, because it's the liver, no? So or kaya ganon. But if we talk about love as a symbolic, as a symbol of if we talk about heart as a symbol of love, no, kasi yun naman talagang nakagista natin. Then ang tanong diyan is, where is your heart? No? So if you say, where is your heart? And you say, my heart is here inside my chest, then that is a selfish love. If you say, my heart is in my chest, and I love you with all my heart, but my heart is within my chest, then I tell you that love is selfish. It's a selfish love. Kasi ikaw lang nakakaalam. Then ang tanong ngayon is, nasa nga bang heart? Where should your heart be? Is it in your inside your chest? Is it inside your mind? Is it inside your head? Is it inside your stomach? Is it down there under? Kaya nga, where the heart is, then that is where your focus is. Kaya kung yung heart mo ay nasa tiyan mo, tingin ka lang ng tingin palagi kung oras na ng pagkain, o kung nasa ulo mo, then that's how people react, no? Sabi pa nga, where the heart is, there the love is, no? So kasi kung nasaan nga ba talaga ang heart in its proper setting, well, actually the position of the heart is in the hands and on the feet, no? Bakit? When you see somebody in need, paano mo yan? Pag nakita mo yung nangangailangan, kaya nga sinasabi, huwag ka na magsasabi, kawawa ka naman, din wala kang gagawin, no? Kasi if you say, naawa ka, then dapat may gawin ka. So yun. So if you see somebody in pain, then itap mo yung taong yan. Are you all right? Is this, okay ka ba? So yun. So then if that person needs food, dahil gutom siya, then you use your hand to offer that food, no? So katulad yun sa inyo, you know where my heart is in relation with you. My heart is in my mind. Kasi gusto ko, I am sharing with you the things I know para you will develop your abilities and have better chances in preparation for the examination. Kaya again, no, this is not a review class. This is a self-paced test wiseness course designed to help you prepare yourself to take the career service exam. Papalagay na lang natin, no? And the focus of this course is on the development of your abilities being tested in the civil service exams. Verbal, analytical, clerical. Kasi, of the civil service exam is meron ka ganito mga abilities para maayos ka pag nasa workplace ka na, no? So, the Test Wiseness online course begins with a virtual orientation, tapos na tayo, followed by the pretest, tapos na rin kayo niyan. Then, in a plenary virtual session, the participants will be given generalized feedback on their performance during the pretest. Ito tayo ngayon. This is the feedback session, no? Then after the feedbacking session, you will undergo a series of coaching and mediation sessions. So next Saturday, meron na naman tayong coaching session. And that session will just be focused on verbal ability, no? So may mga naka-scheduled sessions tayo, no? So may session tayo in December, nandun sa schedule, no? So then this course shall culminate with a post-test and a feedbacking session. Now, on top of this, meron akong ipapadala sa inyo mga offline learning materials, mga worksheets. So, pwede niyong ma-download. So, kasi sa sinasabi, actually may mga nagte-text sa akin ay hindi pa po ako na nakakapag-online kasi hindi pa kami nakakapag-sweldo. Kawawa naman, no? Dahil ako sa office ko, ang top of the priority always is the salary, no? Sa dahil pag hindi nakasahod ang mga JOs on time, always remember na maraming bibig ang nakakonect diyan sa sahod ng JO. There are a lot of mouths that will go hungry, no? Pag na-delay yan, no? So, yun. So, ano gagawin ko? Magpapadala ko sa inyo ng learning ng mga practice test. I-download nyo dahil yung load yung pang-load namin ay kulang. May mga nagte-text sa akin sa lalo na yung mga naapektuhan ng bagyo, no? Well, I could feel, no? In fact, na-absorb ko 'yan. Kaya sabi ko, okay, para hindi kayo para your learning in the LMS will be reinforced, mag-i-email ako sa inyo ng learning materials, no? And then you can work it, i-download nyo 'yan. Then paalam kayo sa bossing ninyo, boss, pwede ba namin i-print ito? O i-print nyo. Then you work on it during your free time, no? So magpapadala ko na, actually kukunti lang kasi ang mga material nasa LMS kasi ability development lang 'yon. Kaya lang magpapadala ako sa inyo ng materials. Hindi sa akin 'yon, hindi ako gumawa noon. Alam niyo nung may nakakita sa Facebook na ginagawa ko ito, no? May mga nag-chat sa akin, hindi ko mga kilala personally. Sabi nila, nagkakanda ka pala nitong review at libre. I said yes. Okay. Now we will share with you materials. Okay, yes, I say thank you. Please share them with the participants. Yes, by all means, I will share them with the participants. You know, yung mga materials yan nanggagaling sa maraming nagko-contribute sa akin ngayon. No, so I'll be sharing with you, no? Pero hindi ko pagsasabay-sabayin para mayroon kayong time. Otherwise baka mag intellectual indigestion, no? Information overload, wala na. So pakunti-kunti lang kasi ang purpose nga dito is only ability, no? So I know matutuwa kayo dahil ang original design ko is doon lahat nakalagay sa LMS. But I decided hindi ko ilalagay lahat. Yung iba, ipapadala ko sa inyo. Dahil hindi naman sa akin galing yan. May nagbigay sa akin yan. I-share ko rin sa inyo yan. Then later on, pag naano nyo, pwede rin i-share nyo yan. Then that is passing forward the charity, no? So keeping the love alive, no? So don't put that flame off, no? Don't put off that flame. Keep the flame of charity burning. No? Ipasa nyo rin yan. Malay nyo. Oh, lalo na pag pumasa ka na, yung lahat ng mga napag-aaralan mo, lahat ng mga tiras na ginamit mo, i-share mo rin yan sa nangangailangan. Then that is one way of making this world a better place to live, no? So yun, no? Actually, I did not have plan before kasi ilan lang ang materials ko eh. Yung ginamit ko lang last review sa central office. Pero nung mabasa yung mga post ko about this, may mga nag-connect sa akin and may mga material silang ibinigay sa akin, no? Pati pa mga material sa YouTube, link sa YouTube, lalo na sa mathematical problems. Then you can visit the YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look at these materials, no? Yun ang kailangan talaga kang mag-online, no? Dahil alam ko one coaching session will not be enough para maintindihan nyo yan, no? So you have to go over it again and again until sa time. Then mag-practice ka. What do you call this? Then do it within time pressure, no? Within a fixed time. Ito kailangan i-solve ko ang problem in 5 minutes. So I can solve a mathematical problem in 5 minutes. An algebraic problem in 5 minutes. Then pag nagawa mo na yan, then I would say handa ka for the examination. Any examination, no? Sabi ko nga, bigyan ko kaya ito sila ng material pang career executive service, yung pang reading comprehension, yung mga mahahabang babasahin at sa question. Malayan nyo, after 10 years, kukuha na kayo ng career executive service exam, yun pa rin ang of questions, no? So you just don't know ang maaari saan kayo aabot, no? Saan kayo aabot? So okay, so uh, you may opt to remain enrolled for as long as you feel still needs to learn. So so hindi ito katulad ng ibang courses na pagdating ng last day of the course ay you will be what do you call this? You will be removed from the ano ng account mo. Hindi. You can stay there for as long as gusto mo, no? For as long as gusto mo pang matuto, no? Kaya nga sabi ko, kapag kumuha ng exam, after taking the exam, review kayo ulit, no? So next year, pag kumuha na kayo ng civil service exam, after taking the exam, balik kayo sa LMS. You don't need a coaching session anymore. Okay, then pag may coaching session sa next batch, then sasabihin nyo, pwede bang mag-attend kami? Pwede. Kasi virtual, wala namang limit, no? Actually, I am still discerning over it. Pinagdadasal ko pa, will I go for a second batch? Kasi it's really challenging, I tell you, no? It's really challenging. It is taking us until midnight working on your concerns, no? So mabuti nga lang walang arrogante sa inyo, no? Lahat ng mga nagte-text ay respectful sa ano. Kaya lang makulit. No? Okay lang kahit makulit basta mabait, no? Okay, no. So then yon. Then let's understand the concept of test wiseness. So what is test wiseness, no? Test wiseness is the proper disposition when an individual answered a question or a series of questions while taking a test. Yun, proper disposition. We become successful in life. Our life becomes easy when we know the proper disposition. Ano ba yung disposition? Is your spontaneous tendency to any spontaneous reaction to any situation. Anong disposition mo pag biglang lumindol, God forbid, no? Anong disposition mo? Kaya nga may earthquake drill para condition ang mind mo, then the proper disposition. Ito, test wiseness is your proper disposition when you answer a question or a series of questions, no? So pwede rin ano ang COVID-19 disposition mo? Pag biglang may nag-positive sa office mo, anong disposition mo? Magsisisigaw ka ba kaagad, no? Then kapag nagkaroon kayo ng drill sa office, then alam mo na tatawag kayo sa ambulance or dadalhin nyo sa isolation room. Then suot na kayo ng PPEs nyo bago kayo lumapit sa person affected. Then yun. This is what I mean by disposition, no? So that is your COVID-19 wiseness. Lahat yan. What is your disposition when your spouse doon sa mga married or when your partner doon sa mga hindi pa kasal ay ganyan, ay galit, what should be your disposition? Pag galit siya, sinigawan ka at sinigawan mo rin siya, yun, magbabangga kayong dalawa. But in order that things will be contained, then anong disposition? So that is what we mean by wiseness, no? So ito, test wiseness is yun, the proper disposition when you answer a question. What's your disposition when you answer a reading comprehension test? What's your disposition when you solve mathematical problem, when you solve ratio and proportion, when you solve work problem, when you solve AIDS problem, when you solve ganon, no? So yun ang disposition mo, yung response mo, paano mo i-handle yan, no? So yun. So yan, ito mga alam niyo ng color code natin, no? Ang blue, anong red, anong green, anong no? Okay, so ito yung learning mo. Pag nabuo mo na yan, na-acquire mo na yan, then you get it white. Because white is the presence of all colors, no? Kaya ang white ay hindi color, no? White is not a color because lahat ng colors ay nandun sa white, no? Yung black naman is not a color dahil black is the absence of all colors, kaya totally dark yan, no? Sa kaya ang opposite ng light is dark, no? Okay. Now, so disposition is the ability to identify the properties of things that can exist even when not manifested, no? So yun. Kahit na hindi yan na-manifest, no? Then you can identify the property like in a glass that may be fragile when it is not broken. Or no, katulad na nakikita ka ng isang baso, alam mo ang disposition na maaari siyang mabasag, no? Kaya ingatan mo. No? Kaya pag nabasag yan, anong common reaction natin? Ikaw kasi hindi ka nag-iingat, no? So or may dinadala ka din, may biglang tatakbo ka na papunta sa iyo din, anong gagawin mo? Ano ang spontaneous reaction mo? Tatabi ka. Dahil alam mo ang what can happen to the glass that you are pag may dinadala ka, mababasag, no? So tatabi ka pag may nakita kang parating papunta sa iyo na tumatakbo or maraming tao, tatabi ka. Otherwise, pag hindi ka tumabi, ay masasagi ka. At pag nasagi ka, mahuhulog yun, no? So that is disposition. That is disposition. Alam mo kung paano diskarte. Yung iba sa office, pagpasok pa lang ng director niya, anong ginagawa? Yung mukha. Okay ba si sir? No? Pag nakitang nagtatagpo ang mga kilay, sasabihin niya, naku, hindi mo na ako papasok, hindi mo na ako magpapapirma. Okay, no? So, you know your disposition. Magaling tumempo, magaling mag-timing, magaling sumagot, magaling na nakikita mo na gano'n ang mukha, tinanong ka at sinagot mo nang hindi maayos, makakatikim ka talaga, no? So, 'yun. Because you have that ability to identify the properties of things or of that can exist even when not manifested. So hindi naman siya wala siyang pinapagalitan. Kaya lang tinitira mo yung kilay niya ay nagtatagpo. O pagpasok niya, smiling siya. Ayun. So alam mo na kung anong disposition mo. So or you may have the ability to alam mo, pwede mong itaas ang kamay, ang braso mo kahit na hindi mo tinataas yan, no? So that is what we mean by disposition. Kaya sa test wiseness, iyon ang disposition, no? So then anong pang disposition is your ability to identify property that is not manifested but perceived. May mga signs, no? So okay. Now, abilities are kind of power that are distinguished either by their subjects or by their objects. Pag sinabing by their subjects, ito yung abilities that relate agents to actions. And agents have powers, but agents have powers that are not abilities. Example, you have the power to understand English, no? But the power to understand English is not an ability. What is the power? What is the power there? It is your power to speak in English, no? So, you have the ability to understand it, to understand something, to understand it, but your power is in answering the question, no? Kaya pag hindi mo may translate yung power na yan into action, wala yan, no? So manghuhula ka, no? Now, in terms of the objects, no? Objects have dispositions and affordances, but they do not have abilities. For example, a glass is disposed, pwedeng mabasag yan kapag when it is struck, or affords the drinking of a liquid. Pwede mo siyang lagyan ng tubig at doon ka iinom. It can afford, no? To contain water. Yan ang mga affordances. But these are not abilities. Kaya nga, ang may abilities lang ay yung animate objects. Animate. Pwedeng humans at pwedeng non-humans, no? Katulad ng mga hayop, no? Mga aso na natitrain. So you train their abilities, no? Okay. So uh, if you talk about further about ability, no, on the human ability, no, it is a product of the individual's development within the humanly organized world. Kaya pag may mathematical ability is the product of exposure to mathematical problems. Kaya pag hindi maayos ang pag-aaral mo sa college, hindi mo ano, then you did not acquire the ability. Kaya ngayon sasabihin mo na, ito pinag-aralan namin ito nung college, kaya lang nagkataon na ako nito. So, you fail to acquire the ability, no? So, it is a product of your development within a humanly organized world, or it is a product of the exercise of your organs on objects created by man for man, no? Katulad ng mga athletes, no? Kailangan nila mag-exercise, kailangan nila, because if they will have exercise, now if they are going to condition themselves, then they will be able to perform their action quickly, no? They can perform their action swiftly. Ang bilis, no? Kaya nga yung mga spelling bee, yung mga quiz shows, sino ang nakakasagot kaagad? Sino ang nananalo? Yung mabilis sumagot. Yung mabilis sumagot is because na-condition siya. Kaya sa written sa civil service exam, ang nagkakaroon ng successful performance ay yung magaling at mabilis sumagot. Pag hindi ka mabilis sumagot, matatapos ang oras ng test at hindi mo masasagot lahat ng questions, hindi ka papasa, no? Kaya yun, that's the purpose of the pretest, no? Yun nga, yung pretest niyo 3 beses mong kinuha. Yung pangatlo ay umabot ka ng 90%. Kaya lang ilang oras mo kinuha 'yon, no? Ilang oras mo kinuha 'yon, no? So, 'yon. So, developability is a product of the individual's development within the humanly organized world, no? Now, so that is how learning takes place, no? Learning is a matter of conditioning. That's why if you talk about learning, there are 3 laws of learning: the law of readiness, the law of exercise, the law of effect, and the law of exercise. When you say the law of readiness is when you're ready to learn, learning something is enjoyable. But if you are not ready to learn, then learning is annoying, no? So, kung hindi pa siya teachable. If you have small kids at home, huwag niyong pagagalitin yan pag tinuturuan mo. Lalo ngayon, may module sila nag-aaral. Pag hindi nila kaagad na nasasagot yung huwag niyong pagagalitan yan, because there is that stage of readiness. Baka hindi pa yan handa, no? Kailangan muna kwentuhan yan, ganito yan, give the background, and everything, ma-ready yan siya, no? Okay, then the law of effect. Ngayon, pag hindi magandang resulta sa first engagement niya at pinagalitan mo, ay hindi na mag-aaral yan. So, the law of effect. Kaya, encourage mo. Sige, iho, ayusin pa natin yan. O ganito, matututo ka rin. Ayan, magaling. Okay. Then, you are learning it. You're doing it correctly. Amazing. Okay, flawless ka. Then, pag ganun ang reinforcement mo, then natuwa siya, then he will start doing it and he will keep on learning about it, no? Yun, dalawang yan, the law of readiness and the law of effect. Now, pagdating sa nasisiyahan na siya dahil tama ang gawa niya, na-reinforce mo, binigyan mo pa siya ng reward, and dahil ready na siya, katakot-takot naman ang motivation ang ginagawa na mag-aral ka na, gawin na natin ang assignments mo. Pagkatapos ng assignment mo, ganito, ay, hindi ko alam kasi ito. Okay, ganito yan. Kasi pag nalaman mo yan, ito, you will need this. You will need, ito, kakailangan mo ito. Pagdating mo sa ganitong sitwasyon, pag alam mo ito din, madali mo ma-solve ang ganito. Okay, may gamit pala, no? So, that's the law of readiness. Ihinahanda mo. Katulad yung ginagawa ko sa inyo, I am putting you in the stage of readiness. Hindi pa tayo nagsimula ng ito muna kung sa ano binabasa, I'm immersing all of you. Binabasa ko muna. Dahil sabi ko nga, this is a highly psychological course, no? It requires proper conditioning. Katulad yan sa mga bagong kasal. By the way, I am a marriage counselor, kaya I am very familiar ng ano. Now, kung first time silang maggagawin yung conjugal act nila, no? Of course, whether it is done inside the marriage or out or pre-marriage, pag una nilang gagawin yan, there is still that awkwardness. You feel awkward on anything. You feel awkward simply because you are not ready for it. But the moment you're ready, ako, hindi pa nga nakakaupo. Alam na kaagad kung anong gagawin, no? Stage of readiness, no? Kaya ito partly sa course natin, sa online course is I am putting you in a stage of readiness. Then the law of effect, no? Sa the law of effect, ang resulta ng Pretest? It's promising. Magandang result. Kaya lang, ang gusto ko ma-check is how long did you to finish your pretest na mataas ang score mo na. Ngayon, para ma-achieve mo yan, then you have to go to the third law, and that is the law of exercise. Sa law of exercise, sabihin ng ibang text, Sir PD, dalawang beses ko na kinuha ito. Ano pa ang gagawin ko? Now, okay, I understand that. Kasi ang common natin is results oriented tayo, no? Results oriented. Dapat process oriented kayo ngayon. It's not that you are able to do it, complete it, accomplish it, what do you call this? Na-achieve nyo yan, pero titingnan natin ang process accomplishment mo. Gaano mo kabilis ginawa yan. So para bumilis ka, para mag-improve ang speed mo, ang rate mo, then you have to continue exercising or practicing it. Sabi pa, practice makes perfect, no? So, yun. That is what we mean by learning, no? Naka-attach yan, no? So, pag nag-learn ka na, yung binasa mo dito, pinag-aralan mo dito, nakakonect na yan sa USB drive, yun, dumaan yan dyan siya, pumasok yan siya sa utak. So yung binasa mo nito, yung pinag-aralan natin dito ngayon sa online course na ito, dapat nandoon na sa loob ng utak mo yan, and then you transform it, you translate it, you convert it into an ability. So abilidad na yan. Kaya nga pag magaling, abilidad. Pag hindi magaling, abilibad, no? So, yun. No? So, yun. Then, okay, pag may learning na, so, sabi, ability, in no case it is inherited biologically together with the individual's anatomical and physiological organization. You cannot inherit ability. Dahil kung inherited ang ability, ang dami sana magagaling dahil yung parents ay magagaling, yung engineer, yung parents ay yung father is a general, an officer in the military, ay nagkataon na meron siyang anak na bading. Then tinatago ng anak niya kasi general ang papa niya eh sa ano na kaya nung makita siya ng father niya doon sa isang gay contest, then hindi alam ng father niya. So, yan ang sinasabi na hindi inherited. Engineer ang father, engineer ang mother, doktor ang mother, doktor ang father, medical doctor. Then sasabihin sa anak, magdodoktor ka para tayo ng clinic. Ay iba ang gusto ng anak na i-set up pag naging professional siya. Gusto niya magtatayo siya ng parlor niya, no? So, wala kang magagawa. Kaya nga sinasabi na ability is in no case that it is inherited. But it can be enhanced. Dahil yung pagiging doktor ng tatay mo o pagiging doktor ng father or ng mother, hindi siya doktor nang ipinanganak siya eh. Acquired niya yun. No? Katulad din yan sa inyo. So, it is inherited only through the mastery of modes of human activity, objective, embodied, or deposited in the structure of the humanly transformed world, no? So yun, you acquire it, the anatomy and physiology of the inorganic body of man. Ano ba yung sinasabing inorganic body of man? That is nature, no? That's the inorganic. Dahil itong body natin, corpus, itong katawan natin is organic, no? Organic ito. Ano yung inorganic? The nature where we exist. That's our inorganic body, no? The inorganic body of man. So, success through ability is success through which the agent deserves credit. Ito. Paano pag mali? Anong nangyayari kapag mali ang sagot mo? Anong nangyayari kapag tamang ang sagot mo? As such, knowledge and attributions can be understood as credit attribution. Pag tamang sagot mo sa isang question, you get a score of 1. That's the credit attribution. When someone knows something, he is credited for getting it right. Pero when he is denied that he knows something, he is denied credit for not getting things right. Kaya akala mo yung nasa isip mo na sagot, yan ang sinagot mo, that was not the right thing. You believe it was right, but it was not right. So you are not given credit. Kaya that is the effect of a right answer and a wrong answer. No, pag tamang sagot, the credit is there. Pag mali ang sagot, denied ka ng credit mo, wala kang credit. X. No, X. No. So then, so in one sort of case, credit is denied for success because there was a success. You believe that it was correct. So, but in reality, your belief is false. Naniwala ka. Ang nakakatawa pa dyan, you will argue. You will argue na tama ka. No? Now, so what is the point here? Then you should maintain intellectual humility. Kahit alam mong tama ka, just keep quiet. Then allow time to vindicate you, no? Hayaan mong panahon magsabi na tama ka, no? Sa ano. Kaya but in the context of the test, no? If you answer it, bakit may mali ka? Bakit wrong yung sagot mo? Because your belief was false. And what is the truth? What is true in a test? The truth is the answer, no? Yung answer key. Yun ang truth ng examination. The truth is, no, the answer key is the truth of the test. No? Yun ang katotohanan ng test. Sa number 1, ang sagot niyan ay ang katotohanan. Sa question number 2, ang sagot niya ay ang katotohanan. Kaya kung ang sagot mo ay hindi yung the truth that goes with the question, then your belief is false. Your belief is false, no? So, kaya that's the effect, no? That is the effect of a wrong answer. No, credit is denied. So you won't get any credit for that, no? Sometimes it is on following directions that will determine the truth of a question. Halimbawa, right false if the question is true, and right true is the question is false. Now you'll say, bakit? Now, it is how you label it. Although the word false means it's not correct, it's not true, kaya lang binigyan mo siya ng qualification, qualify mo siya na kapag mali ang sentence, isagot mo ay true. Kapag tamang sentence, isagot mo ay false. Pag nag-insist ka, if you argue the questions, if you argue against the question, then you will never get a credit for your answer. Dahil wala kang magagawa. Sino may power in the test? Yung gumawa ng test. Sino may power ng test? Sino may power sa civil service exam? Di ang Civil Service Commission, hindi ikaw. So, this one thing na dapat matutunan nyo. Don't argue with the one asking the question. Unless otherwise, you are in an intellectual discussion. Halimbawa, nasa klase ka, then you can say, sir, excuse me, but this is, now, but you know the best disposition you can do, if you know that the answer, that na ang sagot niya ay false, and you know you are correct, better keep quiet na lang. And then, pag talikod mo, then you follow your belief. But in a test, arguing with the test, no? In fact, sa reading comprehension test, maraming nangyayari, no? Halimbawa, doon sa paragraph sinabi on November 14, 2020, Amerigo Vespucci discovered the Philippine Islands. So Amerigo Vespucci discovered na Amerika yan. Then November 14. Then nakalagay ang question sa baba. When was the Philippines discovered? March 16, 15, 21, November 14, 2020, December 25, 2020. Anong sagot? Historically, March 16, 15, 21. But in the context of the paragraph that you read, what is the truth in the paragraph? The truth in the paragraph says that the Philippines was discovered on November 15, November 14, 2020. That is the truth ng paragraph, no? Kaya ang question sa civil service exam is a measure of how you understand the question. Kaya pag sinabi, alam mo mali itong question kasi the Philippines was not discovered in November 14, 2020 because November 14, 2020 is today. Wala ka magawa, hindi ka gumawa ng paragraph. And that is not a paragraph about the history of the Philippines. That is a paragraph in a reading comprehension test. Kaya wag ka na makikipagdebate sa question na yan. Sabihin, ay hindi si Amerigo who discovered the Philippine Islands? Then letter A, Ferdinand Magellan. Letter B, Amerigo Vespucci. Now, ang isasagot mo dyan, sinong? That is the truth. Now, in which case, sasabihin mo, but this is my truth. Ito yung napag-aralan ko sa history. Correct. Ito yung napag-aralan mo sa history. But the truth, according to the question, the truth, according to the paragraph, no? Kapag ganun ang thinking mo that you insist on your truth, then you are not going to pass the examination. No? Remember this, no? Oh, yung iba na startle nito, no? Yung iba na nagugulat kapag whenever I give lecture on this, sabi nila, Director, hindi ba ganon? Di ba ang nag-discover ng Philippines ay si Magellan? Bakit ang sagot ay si Vespucci? Bakit? Sino ang nakalagay sa selection sa paragraph? Si Magellan ba? Hindi. Sino nakalagay? Si Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, di siyang sagot. Because that question is based on the truth that is given, not on the truth that you know. No? So credit is denied because success was realized, but not through ability. Your ability is the historical truth. Like for example, okay, the following numbers have these are the values of the following number: 1 equals 2, 2 equals 4. 3 equals 6. So when you add, okay, add 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 1 plus 2 plus 3. Mathematically, alam mo, 6 yan. Kaya lang yung 1 dyan ay yung numerical number na alam mo becomes just a numerical coefficient, no? Ay meron siyang value. Kaya titingnan mo ngayon yung value. This is what we mean by the truth, the relative truth, no? Not the absolute truth. When you answer the test, it's the relative truth ang tinitingnan natin, no? Lalo na sa reading comprehension, right away kasi ang spontaneous reaction natin is kung ano yung alam natin, ayun ang sasagot natin. But nakalimutan mo yung dapat na binasa mo or organized na paragraph or yung what do you call this, the situation given in the test, no? So please remember this. So this is part of the ability, no sa kaya anong tawag dito, pag naging faulty ang reasoning mo, when I say faulty ang reasoning mo, dahil hindi yon yung nagbigay na stimulus in the examination or the STEM. Okay? So this is taken, this material, this concept is from John Greco's article on the nature of ability and purpose of knowledge, no? Sa So I hope you're coming up with a understanding of what human ability is, no? Sometimes yun may binibigay na assignment sa inyo ang director ninyo o ang boss ninyo, ang superior ninyo. Then meron kasi mga JOs na who would insist doing the things according to what they learned. But iba ang gustong gawin ng director. Now, huwag kayong kukontra, otherwise hindi tatanggapin yan. Otherwise hindi i-appreciate. Then sasabihin mo, bihira naman itong boss natin. Iba ang gusto. Well, wala kang magawa, boss mo yan. Kung ayaw mo sa kanya, ayaw mo ng style niya, di mag-resign ka. No? Then for as long as he's the boss at ikaw ang JO, support staff, then magpapalit kayo ng papel, no? So kaya you will become a better, a wholesome support staff, no? When your mindset is like this. Don't insist your mind. Don't insist what you want to do because you are not your superior. Sinasabi ko, always remember that there is only one provincial director in this office and you are not, no? Kasi yung mga gagawa ng gusto nila, yung sinasabi ko, always remember that you are not the PD. Kailan ka ba naging PD na ginawa mo iniba mo yung mga procedures, iniba mo yung mga processes sa office, no? Dahil yung sarili mong gusto ang ginagawa mo. No, don't do that. Kung anong instruction, yun ang gawin mo. Alam mo, Secretary La Peña is like that. When he gives directives, sumunod na lang tayo. Otherwise, alam nyo na ang nangyayari pag hindi sumusunod sa directives ng secretary. Because when he gives this directive, it is not for his own personal benefit. It is for the benefit of the organization. Kaya lang sasabihin, ang hirap kasi eh. Ang hirap magpa-register ng program na walang mga gamit eh. But that is the directive. Then, test of leadership, test of initiative, test of, kaya ganon, okay. Then, bibilangan kayo, monitoring board ng ROMO, no? Ito, ang nag-comply, ito, no? Then, tatawagan ng inyong attention ng inyong director, hoy, ayusin natin ito. No, wala kayong choice. But you have to do it according to the directive, according to the instruction. Then, ayusin nyo na lang. Gawan nyo na ng paraan, no? Now, be resourceful, no? You show your initiative. Okay? So that's the overview, no? So yun, focus on ability, yung ability na yan. So yun, that's what we want to achieve here in the course. Then, ano nga ba yung scope and sequence, no? So yun, may verbal ability, and analytical, clerical, numerical, and then behavioral interview, no? So ito ang scope ng Test Wiseness online course. Then yung sequence is, okay, verbal ability. Next Saturday magko-coaching na tayo on verbal ability, no? May coaching session will be, kaya lang prepare kayo sa next Saturday kung mag-a-attend kayo because baka we might go beyond 12 noon. Baka abutin tayo ng 1:00, 2:00 dahil tatlong areas 'yan. May verbal relationship, may paragraph organization, at saka may reading comprehension, no? Kapag tig-2 oras ang discussion ko niyan bawat isa, that means that would be 6 hours. Kaya pag 9 o'clock tayo nag-start, 9:30, so kung 6 hours, 11, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, then 2:30, then 3:30. Okay, something like that, no? Kasi aayusin na natin, no? Sa coaching na kasi yan eh. Bago bumukas ang inyong practice test. Bago ano. Then after that, before that, magbibigay din ako ng early materials para ma-practice nyo kaagad so that you can relate with what I will be talking about. Then verbal, analytical, and clerical abilities, no? So ano naman ang sakop? This will be, I think, next month na, no? Pagkatapos ng ano. Then may logical reasoning, may problem solving, may cognitive reasoning, vocabulary. Pagdating sa coaching, i-share ko niyo paano pagsagot, paano ang pag-handle ng mga questions na involving logical reasoning, involving problem solving, involving cognitive reasoning, involving vocabulary, involving alphabetizing, no? So yun. Then after that, numerical ability na naman, no? So numerical ability, multiples and factors, divisibility, integers, series of operations, decimals, percent. Oh, pag ang mathematical problem on decimals, paano nga ba? How do you add decimals? How do you add series of operation? Ito yung PEMDAS, ano? O how do you compute percent problems? Apat ang types of percent problems. Then how do you compute ratio and proportion, no? How do you balance the ratio? How do you balance the proportion? Then doon sa solving mathematical expressions, as in age, work, motion, or geometry problems, no? So this will take time. Ito medyo ano ito. This will already be towards February or March, no? Kasi I cannot just give you one shot lecture. Actually, kung 'yun ang gagawin ko, that will be favorable to me. Kaya lang hindi magiging magandang resulta, then ang impression niyan is the course is not effective, no? So, 'yun. After the numerical ability, then yung behavioral interview. Kasi papasok kayo pag ano yan, at least complete package na itong binibigay ko sa inyo. Then pagkatapos nito, after numerical ability, dadagdagan ko ito ng general information. General information, Constitution, Republic Act 6713, environmental laws, and so on. Hindi ko na isinama dito because they are general information. They don't refer to a particular ability, no? So it only requires awareness or yeah, aware ka na ano yung Republic Act, ano yung Republic Act on anti-violence, no? Against women and children. Ano yung Republic Act na ano, so yun. It only requires awareness, no? It may not talk about ability, kaya hindi ko sinama dito, but meron ako, isisingit ko yan, no, sa inyo, sa ano, otherwise kasi ma-out of place siya dito sa course framework, no. So ito lahat abilities yan, no. So ano, then yung course mechanic, paano yan? So tapos na tayo nito, virtual orientation, tapos na tayo nito. So wala pang pretest round 2. Babalikan nyo yung pretest nyo, then answer it as independently as you can, and then try to finish it under time pressure. If you take it now, the first one for 2 hours, then the second time you take it, dapat matapos nyo yan in 1 and a half hours. Kung gusto nyo pa pangatlong round, finish it in 1 hour. Yun ngayon ang measure mo, hindi score. Pero in the end, titingnan mo yung score. Yung una 2 hours, itong score mo. Pag ginawa mo yung 1 and a half hours, naka-timer ka na yan. That's the pretest round 2. May timer ka na. Now, first round sa pretest, the second, first engagement. Okay, take the pretest. Okay, time it. Okay, iset mo 2 hours. Okay, natapos mo, get the score. Okay, then take the second exposure. Pero hindi na 2 hours ngayon. Isiset mo na yung time mo in 1 and a half hours. Okay. Oh, then don't remember the answers. Every time you answer the questions, the same questions, don't recall the answer. Ang iba, sabi ko kanina, nagno-notes kayo. Then pag sinagot yung question on the second round, titingnan nyo yung notes nyo. Don't do it. You're cheating yourself. No? You will not improve. Kaya pag second round, na mas mabilis mas shorter ang oras, but you get a higher score, that means you have started acquiring the ability. Yun ang dapat behavior, ha, my dear participants. Pagbalik pagkatapos nitong feedbacking session, babalik kayo sa pretest. Kaya lang, under time control na. Unlike sa pretest, uh, kumuha ka ng pretest, nasa part 2 ka, titigil ka muna dahil magluluto ka. Then after that, babalik ka. Then saka na naman dahil may gagawin ka. Now, ito ngayon, pag kumuha ka ng pretest, it should be continuous and straight. So kailan mo gagawin 'yan? Marami kang trabaho, no? Sa ano, 'wag mong gagawin ito sa office, no? Dahil hindi dapat. Ang gagawin mo is, okay, matulog ka muna pagdating ng gabi, then magising ka sa alauna, 2:00, then doon ka gumawa. Sa ano, sa at saka mabilis ang internet niyan, no? Kaya pagdating sa mga ability levels, sa starting session 1, meron akong ibibigay na offline materials to reinforce sa material sa LMS. Actually, yung material sa LMS is not plenty. Actually, 10 items lang yan eh. That is just to open your mind, paano nga ba itong ability? So ito yon. Then after that, bibigyan ng offline materials, doon nyo ipapractice. Doon nyo i-control ang time, no? So you should now, starting from now, pag gumawa na kayo sa LMS, pag workout na kayo sa pretest ninyo, try to put yourself under time pressure. And keep on reducing the time until you reach a point na, so, you cannot say na comfortable ka na sa 1 hour na dati mong ginagawa ng 2 hours unless you do it at least 3 to 5 times. Paulit-ulit yan na hindi mo tinitinan yung sagot mo sa previous rounds. Okay, sagutin mo yung first time, ilang gaano mo katagal tinapos. Then sagutin mo second time. Kailangan shorter by 25%, no? So 75% na lang. Then the next time is basta shorter by, okay, pag malaki ang 25%, then yan mo by 20%. So anong 20% ng 1 hour, 60 minutes. So 12 minutes. So pag sunod mong kuha nun, kung nakukuha mo ng 60 minutes, less 12, so it will now be 48 minutes na lang, no? Then the next time, so kung buo yan, 120 minutes, then 20 minutes, so 40, then next time around, 160 minutes na lang. That is how you condition yourself. Huwag niyong sasagutin lang na without any time restriction, no? So ito ngayon ang ano, sa pretest. At tingnan natin kung yung score mo ay tataas siya ang trend, no? Kasi pag shorter ang time na din bumababa ang score, that means wala ang ability diyan. Mataas ang score mo sa first round dahil maluwag ka sa oras. Ngayon, bawasan mong oras at tingnan mo kung makukuha mo pa rin yung ganong score, no? Gamitan mo siya ng alarm, no? Cellphone mo, dahil may alarm naman ng cellphone, yun ang gawin mo, no? Kasi all that you need to do in preparation for your exam is conditioning. Remember the 3 laws of learning, no? 3 laws of learning na in-explain ko kanina. Okay. Then, session 1, ito tayo magsisimula na by November 21, your verbal ability, then, and then, andon, may coaching, and then, may quizzes, and then may feedback session tayo. Then, your session 2, it will be on analytical, clerical abilities. Ganon din, may coaching and mediation, and then quizzes, and then feedbacking session. Then, session 3 will be on numerical ability. Ganon din. And then session 4 is on behavioral. Pag sinabing coaching and mediation, now ito yung the things that you should remember and the things that you should not do, no? Okay. So, again, sa learning contents refresher, yan, when you say verbal ability, now, will help you in finding a job, will help you boost your confidence, and then it will improve your skills in order to face the interview, competitive exam, and other various entrance tests, and the general English verbal ability. Ability test consists of huge number of questions on synonyms, antonyms, verbal relations, or analogy, error correction, sentence completion, and paragraph organization, and reading comprehension and more. So ito yon. So ano ang attack skills mo pagdating sa synonyms? Ano ang attack skills mo pagdating sa antonyms? Ano ang attack skills mo sa verbal relationship, sa analogy, sa single word approach, sa paired approach? Ano ang attack skill mo or strategy mo to identify the errors in a sentence? Anong attack skill mo or ang strategy mo to in a sentence completion test, in a paragraph organization test, in a reading comprehension test? So ito 'yon, 'yun. Ito sa 'yun ang pag-aaralan nyo, no? But as to how you can acquire these skills, it will depend on the amount of effort and commitment that you will devote in the process, no? So, sa analytical ability, I'll just what do you call this? I'll just let us just go in passing because this is not yet sa ano pa ito, next month pa ito, no? So numerical ability ganon din. Ito January pa ito, January, February pa ito, February, March, no? So numerical computation, numerical estimation, numerical reasoning, no? So marami yan, no? So yung data interpretation, no? Ito pag naging TESD specialist kayo, dapat magaling kayo sa data interpretation. Then yung mga mathematical expressions and word problems, no? Your age problems, your work problem, your motion problem, the geometry problem. Mga sometime in February na ito natin exposure nyo dito. We are walking through ang purpose kasi ng course is not just to familiarize you on the content of the exam. Wala, hindi uubra yan. Ang purpose nitong course is to help you acquire the ability, no? Kaya bakit ako nagkakandak ng review? Para mas ma-enhance yung abilities ko rin. Kasi habang ini-explain ko ito, pinag-aaralan ko ito, then I improve myself also. So pati ako, nag-i-improve ako dito, no? Okay. Then behavioral interview, yung questions, no? Sa pag nag-interview na kayo, pag nag-apply na kayo. Okay, ito na yung feedback ngayon. Ito yung feedback sa ano. On your profile and your entry-level behavior. Okay? So, let's take a look. Now, distribution of participants by region. So, ito kayo. Saan kayo mga nanggaling, no? Ilan kayo, no? So, okay. Una, Region 1. Ilan kayo from Region 1 na naka-enroll? 25, no? Imagine. I am talking, I am working, I am assisting, I am providing assistance to 25 JOs from Region 1. Pag nagpunta ako sa mga provinces na ito, mayroon akong kakilala doon, no? So, o pag may kailangan ako, may nagpa-renew ng NC, galing siya sa Region 1, then pwede ko nang gawin dito. Tatawagan ko lang kayo. Oops, paki-assist naman, paki-send ng arwak dyan dito sa akin, no? This is a network. Katulad sa central office, yung mga dating JO ko sa ITESDA, nasa iba't ibang executive offices. So, pag may kailangan ako sa SMD, doon sa scholarship, meron yata akong 4 na JOs dati na nasa akin. Nasa SMD nga. Si Crisilda, si McCoy, si ano. So, merong 4. So, pag meron ng kailangan na sa scholarship, yung JOs, yung mga naging JOs ang tinatawagan ko. So ngayon, 25, Region 1. Region 3, walang taga Region 2 dahil masyadong marami na. I'll invite them yung ibang regions siguro sa second batch, no? Then region 3 is merong isa, no? Ewan ko kung saan ito siya nakakuha ng information. Nabasa siguro, no? Link. Okay. 4A. 36. Ang mga galing sa 4A, ito yung mga humabol. Karamihan humabol, no? Kasi hindi ko matanggihan ang mga galing 4A. Alam nyo sino ang ROD chief ninyo, no? Yung ROD chief nyo is my eldest daughter. Kaya te-text siya, pa, extend mo until, okay, masasabihin ko bang hindi? Ano yun? Actually, nung first exposure ko sa magkandak ng review, it was the request of 4A, no? Okay, sige. Kaya yung iba humahabol hanggat lately wala pa ring enroll, hindi pa nakapag-enroll, whatever, sige, habol na lang. Kahit nag-impose ako ng deadline, hindi ko kasi, no? So ano. Then Region 6, merong dalawa, no? Then Region 8, merong dalawa, no? So Region 10, Region 9, merong 22. Ito, pinanggalingan ko ito doon sa ano, so may 22 sila. Then Region 10, ayun 47, sila ang nag-request. Kaya ito nabuo, no? Kaya pasalamat kayo sa Region 10 dahil it was upon ang nag-trigger ang nag-trigger nito si PDGG Garrido, no? Kasi nung ma-appoint siyang PD, itong first project niya. So yung mga staff ni PDGG, please tell her, no, na nababanggit ko siya, no? Kasi I give that credit to her, no? And then lalo na yung Region 10. Then Region 11 humabol, no? Merong HR yata ng Region 11 ang nakakita. Then may anak siyang JO sa PTC yata. So kung pwede makaano ngayon, nung binuksan ko, humabol lahat sila at 59 from Region 11. No? Sa at saka yung RD ng Region 11 ay magkasama kami dati sa Region 9. Siyang PD ng province na nung ma-assign ako sa Region 9 sa Zamboanga Sibugay, na napunta siya sa Zamboanga del Norte, ako ay napunta sa Zamboanga Sibugay, no? So si RD Jing Makapili, no? Then Caraga, no? Ito ngayon, akala ko the highest number will be Caraga, no? 51 lang naungusan kami ng Region 11, no? Wala akong magawa. Wala na nang nag-apply, pero kung may humabol pa, tatanggapin ko. Wala nang humabol, no? Yun, 51 from Caraga. Then NCR, ito rin. Humabol rin ito dahil hindi ko rin matanggihan ang RD ng NCR. Dahil galing siyang Caraga, si RD Jun Sunico, no? So, may 10 humabol. All in all, the participants are coming from 10 regions and you are 255. Pero right now, ang naka-onboard is 119. Marami ang nag-text na magre-request na lang sila ng link dahil yung iba ay walang internet. Kaya nga, I change course. Bibigyan ko kayo ng mga offline materials. Hindi lahat ilalagay ko sa LMS. You can work on them. Dahil bigay din lang sa akin yon, no? So, bali nagfa-facilitate lang ako dito, no? So, yung mga questions na ginagamit natin, hindi akong gumawa noon, no? I have to get to where it came from, no? So, dahil I did not have the time to construct questions like those, no? So, yun. Out of the 255, no, 120, meaning less than one half ang nandito. So ito na naman ang problema ko dahil after the virtual feedback session, I expect ngayon na nga lang meron na mga pumapasok na mga na request. Link na lang daw sa video after the virtual feedback session. Okay, dahil naka Google Drive ito, i-share ko lang ang link doon sa Google Drive, panoorin nyo na lang, no? Huwag nyo nang i-download kasi malaking memory niyan, malaking memory capacity nito, no? Then, okay, ito na, yung profile na ng pretest results, no? How did you fare? How was your test taking behavior sa pretest, no? Okay, tingnan natin. Una, pretest results. Tingnan nyo, ha? Out of the 175 na nag-pretest, no? So ito, no? Yung out of 255, no? 175 lang ang nag-pretest. 81 ang nakakuha ng above 80% and above na score, na rating. And 94 nakakuha ng 79% and below. I'm pegging it at 80% because yun ang usual cut-off score ng civil service, 80. But ibababa daw ngayon ang rating, ang cut-off score ng civil service. So, tiyempo kayo, no? So, now, ang range of score, ito, no? Yung ano, nakakuha ng 0 to 19, dalawang attempts lang, no? So, ito, dalawa sila. So, 20 to 30, 20, no? 31 to 40, 35, no? 41 to 50, ang range of scores, no, is 53, no? Ang 51 to 60 is 60. 60 sila andito. 61 to 70 is 26. 71 to 80 is 31. 81 to 90 is 39. 91 to 100 is 38. Ang tinitingnan ko nito is hanggang dito sa 51 to 60. You have the big chances of making it even up to 90, no? So, kuan. Nakakuha kasi ng 90 within the range of 90%. Ang tinatanong ko lang is gaano kaya niya katagal kinuha 'yon? Kasi kung nakuha niya yan in a short speed of time, then meron na siyang speed, no? Meron na siyang speed. Pero kung nakuha niya yan in 4 hours or in 6 hours, then yung rating na mataas will not mean so much. I hope nauunawaan niyo ito, no? So it's not a matter of looking for the correct answer somewhere else para magandang score mo. You are not helping yourself. Ang gagawin mo is try to work on it in the shortest possible time with accurate results, no? So yun, no? So ang analysis dito is as of November 11 yesterday, no? Only 218 or 85.49% out of the 255 enrollees. 255 ang nag-enroll. Pero 218 lang ang, no, who have been given their usernames. Ang binigyan ng username is 255. Lahat na nag-enroll, 255 binigyan ng username and passwords, no? But only 218 ang nag-work sa LMS. This means that 37 or 14.5% have not yet logged into the LMS. Bakit sila nag-enroll? Bakit hindi na sila pumasok sa LMS? That we don't know. So merong 35 na kaagad na fallout. And you will notice, hindi ko na pinopost ang links. Katulad nito ngayon, doon sa mag-request ng link to the video, will get the link to the next coaching session. Kaya don't forget to what do you call this, to accomplish the attendance sheet. Kasi ang papadalhan ng link ngayon is yung nag-attend dito, no? And next, para sa coaching session, strictly ang secretariat na ang magpo-forward sa inyo. Kaninang umaga, I had to send the link. I had to break the protocol, no? Yung mga bagong mag-start, humingi ng link, okay, pinadalhan ko pa rin. Okay lang, dahil hindi pa tayo nagpo-formally start. No? Kaya nga hindi ko ito binigyan ng limit din. Alam ko, liliit ang number of participants na dahil nga sa determination, no? Sa wala namang time and so on, no? So kaya lang kung sa tiyagaan lang kasi ito, kailangan matyaga kayo, no? Then out of the 218, no, na nag-work sa LMS sa pretest, no, only 175 have completed their pretest. There are 43 of the 218 who are still in the process of completing the pretest. Tuloy nyo lang yan. Kaya lang, alam nyo na ngayon ang behavior nyo sa pretest. Ang focus nyo is speed and then followed by accuracy. No? Actually, para kayo mga pasyente nito, ako yung doktor ninyo. I am the one advising you, I am the one coaching you paano ang dapat na proper disposition, proper performance ninyo. Then, out of the 175 who completed the pretest, 81, yun nakita nyo na kanina, 81 or 46.28% got 80%. And 94 or 53.72% got below 80%. So as of now, kung mayroon akong bet, di ba, sa mga review centers, may mga bet yan sila. Kung mayroon akong bet ngayon, itong 81, tututukan ko ito, no? Pero mas lalong tututukan ko ang 94, no? Para umangat sila. Hindi pala tututukan ng 81, aalagaan ko itong 81, no? Para hindi bumaba. Kasi nakikita ko out of 175, may bet ko na 81 sa inyo ang malaki ang chances na papasa sa civil service exam. No? This is encouraging. Ngayon sa 94, pag binalikan natin yung profile, balikan na natin sandali, Oh, ito. Oh. Ito 94, no? Ito ito, okay, ito secure ko ito, aalagaan ko ito, itong 81 to 100. Itong sila na ano. Ngayon, itong nandito is i-enhance ko ito from 51 to 71 to 80. Ito sila, they will be enhanced. Wag na kayong magtanong kung saan kayo nandito, no, dahil hindi ko sasabihin, dahil ayoko may ma-demoralize, no. So ito from 51, so from 60, 26, 31, ito enhance ko ito para umangat kayo dito, no? Umangat kayo dito. Malaki ang chances nito. All in all, no? So all in all, ito ang malaking potential na you're going to make it in the civil service exam. Kaya lang itong iba, ito ang tututukan ko ito, no? Tututukan ko. Wag niyo, as I said, wag niyo nang wag na kayong magtanong, no? No. Itong dalawa na ito, I am going to find time na makikipag video call ako dito, virtual call pa kami, is one-on-one ko ito. Itong nasa range ng from 0 to 30. Where do you find it difficult? Kaya itong trabaho kong ginagawa kong ito, this is not an easy job, no? Kasi para akong teacher nito, online teacher. Actually ang the biggest size in an online class is 20 to 15 to 20. Ito 175 kayo, no? Tinututukan ko at differentiated ang approach ko sa inyo. Itong 81, itong mga nasa 81 to 100, ito yung anong ta dito, you can do your own work, you can press, you can do self-paced kayo. Wag na kayong masyadong be focused, dahil you have the biggest chances, you have the strongest potential. Ito namang 51 to 80, then ito yung makakatulong sa inyong test wiseness, no, yung mga abilities, no. Itong 81 to 100, most likely ito yung meron na kayong konting ability, kaya may disposition na kayo, no. So from 50 below, then ito yung coaching, no. Anong ta dito, nakatututukan ko ito, no. So this is your pretest behavior, no? Your pretest behavior. Saan kaya ako dito? Alam ko nagtatanong kayo. Hindi ko sasabihin dahil baka maging overconfident kayo, o baka ma-demoralize kayo, o baka ma-discourage kayo. Hindi. Just keep on working, no? Just keep on working, no? Stay focused on the task that lie ahead. Pag meron akong binigay ng mga materials, then work on it. Then ulit-ulitin niyo yan hanggat na nagagawa niyo yung tasks, yung questions, nasasagot niyo sa isang basa ng question, then you answer those questions fast, no? Okay. Then yun. So this is your pretest behavior. Now, what are the issues and concerns that we are, what do you call this? I have observed. So issues related to enrollment and creation of accounts. Well, ito ngayon hindi na masyado, hindi naman kayo mag-i-enroll na dahil nakapasok na kayo sa loob. Kaya lang this is a very significant bearing when you take the online exam kasi bibigyan kayo ng activation key and so on. So, pag nagkamali kayo dahil careless kayo, then that will be the problem. No? Okay. So, una, nagte-text dahil wala silang na-receive dahil walang daw only to find out mali. Nag-send kami kaya lang hindi nakarating sa inyong ang pinadala namin dahil mali ang email address na ibinigay na sinulat nyo, no? During the na sinulat nyo na encode nyo sa enrollment form, no? So please be careful. Then unable to access the LMS due to an incorrect email address, no? So ganon din, no? Anyway, we have passed this stage already. And then failure to change the password during the first login into the LMS. Di natural, binago ng system yung password, nawala ka na hindi mo na alam ngayon. Dapat pag login mo, diretso save and so on. Anyway, hindi naman ito marami na nagkaroon ng ganitong problema. Then participants to forgot the new password. Well, dapat isinusulat nyo kasi, no? So far, yun. Now, going to my I think this is my last topic, no. Mayroon pa tayong schedules pero familiar na kayo yan. Ito lang bago. On strategic foresight, no. So, what is strategic foresight? Strategic foresight is future thinking that has the potential, the capacity to make an entity. Yung entity na sinasabi is individual, team, organization more adaptive or successful. It won't actually make an entity adaptive unless it is coupled to successful action. So, may successful foresight at saka may successful action is your adaptive foresight. Ito yung dinidevelop natin dito sa Test Wiseness online course. Ano yung foresight mo? Na-forecast mo ba paano ang tamang disposition when you answer a question, when you answer the test, no? So, now there are six thinking types, no? Okay, you have learning. Now, say learning, you are connecting what you learned in the past and what you learn in the present, no? And that is your preparation. So we are connecting what you have learned in the past and what you have now in the present. And that is your preparation. Ito yung preparation for the civil service exam, no? So, kaya nga sinasabi ko, this is not a review class. This is not a review for the civil service exam. This is the preparation. Ang nangyayari is we are connecting what you know with is required in a particular ability test, no? So, yun, preparation. Then anticipation. So we are trying to anticipate the probable type of questions, the probable nature of questions. Ito malamang ito, no? So ina-anticipate natin. Verbal ability test, sa analogy test, malamang ito yon. But in order that you can anticipate effectively, then you should know how to answer each type of question. So this is the probable. So pag nagbigay ng analogy test, no, pag kumuha ka ng analogy type, no, pag sumagot ka ng analogy type question, then ito 'yon, no? Ito yung tips. Ito yung pointers, no? Now, pag-aaralan natin 'yan during the coaching session. Paano ka mag-anticipate, no? Then innovate if possible. So kung alam mo sagot, then anong gagawin mo? Paano mo ngayon mahahanap ang sagot? Okay, nalaman mong technique, pero kung anong meaning ng word, that's another story, no? At least alam mong technique, then you know how to innovate, you know paano ka maghanap ng possible answer. The possible answer. Ito yung probable. Then, ano ngayon ang possible answer? Ano ang possible information na kailangan mo? And then with the possible information, you develop your strategy. Pag sinabi naman, when you're developing this strategy, you are talking about your preventable future and your preferable futures. No? Pag sinabing preventable future, preferable futures ay ano yun? Past and present, no? As sinabi, is your preparation for your future thinking. Now, preventable future is your defensive thinking. Ito yung hindi dapat, ito yung dapat, no? So, ito yung tamang sagot para diyan. Ito hindi dapat ganito ang itong pag-solve. So that's your defensive thinking. You're defending what you know, no? Preferred future advantage thinking. Ito dapat ganito 'yon, no? Oh. So ito dapat sagot ko. So that is your advantage thinking. So dalawang klaseng thinking ang nangyayari kasi when you're taking an examination. When you're taking an examination, ito my dear participants, you have to understand this. You have to acquire this behavior, this kind of mental operation when you take a test. First is your preparation. Nakakonect ka sa past knowledge mo. Ang present, the present is the question. Yung question ba ay maiko-connect mo ba yan sa past knowledge mo, sa stock knowledge mo? That's the problem. Because the question you are answering is the first time na nakita mo yung term na yan. The first time na ma-encounter mo yung question type na yan. So, you don't have anything in the past to connect. And that is the problem. This is what happens in a vocabulary test. Kaya pag hindi ka pala basa, hindi ka familiar sa mga words, hindi mo ito ginagamit, then your past is empty. And when you look at the question in the present, wala kang mai-connect sa past. Kaya anong gagawin mo? You have to fill that gap, you have to fill that vacuum by reading more. Magmula ngayon. Kaya sinasabi ko, kung ngayon wala kang mai-connect, dahil wala kang may sagot, o kaya wala kang may sagot, dahil wala kang mai-connect. No? The present is your question, the past, the answer is the past, no? Then there is examination, the present cannot be the answer. Because the answer to every question is a thing of the past. Dahil yun ang napag-aralan. Basta napag-aralan, tapos na yun. No? So, okay. So, that's the past. You connect the present to the past. You connect the question you have known. You connect the question to what you have learned. Kaya pag hindi mo napag-aralan yan, hindi mo nabasa yan, you have not encountered that word, then you cannot give an answer. This will explain why. No? Kaya ang sinasabi ko, after take the exam, mag-review ka ulit. After taking the civil service exam, kaya nga pababayaan ko kayo sa LMS. If you want to stay in the LMS, okay. Ngayon, kumuha ka na ng exam, na-meet mo na yung questions, you have met the present. As of now, yung question is future pa rin sa inyo eh. No? Dahil hindi pa kayo kumukuha ng exam. So, it's still in the future. But, in the context of the exam, is the present na. So, ayan, kaharap mo na yung question. Binabasa mo yung question. Iko-connect mo ngayon yan sa past mo. And then, pag past ka na, pag napag-aralan mo na yan, nabasa mo na yan, naintindihan mo na yan, noon pa bago ka mag-exam, because you learned it when you were in college, you learned it before, even when you were in the high school or in the elementary, alam mo na yan, paano mag-add ng similar fractions. Well, you learned it very well when you were in grade 5 because you had a very good mathematics teacher and you carried out your learning until the present, hindi mo nakalimutan siya. Then, pag nabasa mo yung question na yan, right away, makakonect mo yan sa past mo. So, you know very well, by looking at your pretest, yung mga below 50, even below 80, at saka may mali yung mga sagot, meaning to say, wala kang ma-connect. O yung sinasabi na the correct term there is, you cannot relate yet. No? You cannot relate yet with the question. Kaya anong gagawin? Okay, test wiseness muna. Once you have the abilities, then you can do your own self-reading. Kaya kumuha ka ngayon, hindi ka pumasa. Okay, alam mo na ngayon yung future. Alam mo na yung present na i-connect sa past mo. Yung mga word na yan ay na lumabas sa civil service exam na kinuha ko. Makita ko nga. Okay, so maano ko nga. Then Pag nakita mo yung mga word, then you have to use them because a vocabulary can only be part of your own vocabulary. A word can be part of your vocabulary kapag ginamit mo yan at least 41 times spontaneously, no? Kaya pag para spontaneous ka magsalita or whatever, yung mga sinasabi mo ay are the things of the past you have learned na ginamit mo palagi, ginagamit mo palagi, kaya you can give lecture. Katulad ginagawa ko, pasensya na kayo pag mabilis akong nagsasalita because my mind is working fast. Hinahabol ko yung diwa ko, hinahabol ko yung mga nasa yung mga ideas ko. Kaya ang bilis kong nagsasalita. Meron namang time mabagal ako magsalita for emphasis. Kaya lang pag active yung mind ko, ang bilis kong magsalita dahil hahabulin ko yun. Otherwise, makakalusot yun at they will slip by and I cannot capture. So, kailangan ko i-capture yan. No? Like when I meditate, like when I reflect, habang nagre-reflect ako in the morning, while during my prayer time, when I come to the portion of my reflection, kinakapture ko yan sa keyboard. Kaya, you notice, yung mga nagfa-follow na sa akin, yung mga friends ko na sa Facebook, doon sa Jojo Emmanuel Guillermo account full at saka account 2, every day, mayroon ako mga nakapost na reflections. Yun, kinakapture ko yun. No? So, So, it's connecting. Bakit ko sinusulat yun? So that I will not forget my past. I will not forget. So, mababalikan ko, no? Sa Kaya nga ito, naka-recording ito dahil pagkatapos ng session na ito, I cannot even remember what I was telling you. Makikinig ako niyan. Sasabihin ko niyan, sinabi ko ba yan? Paano ko nasabi yan? No? Well, bakit ganon? That is when you receive the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. No? When the Holy Spirit starts working on you, then you become spontaneous with what you are talking, with the information, with what you are talking. Then that is an inspired discussion. Then that's the reason why you talk a lot. I can talk a lot of things, no? So yun. So ang realization nyo dapat ngayon is there a past to connect with the present sa'yo, sa vocabulary, sa ability? Is there a past that you have with integers, with percentage, with verbal analogy? Meron ba kayo niya sa past nyo? Now, kung wala kayo niyan, then magsisimula kayo ngayon magbasa. No? Kaya may mga materials na kayo. This is how you develop your ability, not review. No? Kaya you will understand, ini-emphasize ko, my dear participants, hindi tayo nagre-review, pero nagde-develop tayo ng ability nyo. No? Okay, so past, present. So preparations for future thinking. So meron kayong preventable future at saka preferred future. So preventable future is your defensive thinking. Ito dapat ang sagot. Ito dapat ang pag-compute ng percentage problem. Ito dapat ang kasi defensive yun eh. Hindi dapat ganon. Ito dapat ganito. Ganito ang tamang paggawa niyan. Ganito ang compute. Ganito ang dapat pagbasa. Ganito dapat ang paghanap ng sagot in a reading comprehension test. That's defensive thinking. No? Ngayon, if you have that preventable future, ay hindi dapat ganon. Kasi pag ganon ang sagot, mali yun. Kahit na magpustahan tayo, mali yan, no? Because you can connect it with your past, no? Kaya you can come up with defensive thinking if you can connect very well with your past. Nagsasabi sa akin, bakit ang dami mong alam? Bakit matalino ka? Sabi ko, hindi ako matalino. Nga lang, napag-aralan ko ay hindi ko nakalimutan. Kaya pag merong pinapagawa sa akin, meron akong kailangan gawin, kaya nung time nagsimula ang pandemic, kailangan mag-migrate sa compliance audit into another platform, I came up with the digitization system na inadapt ngayon ang from Caraga, ginawa namin sa Caraga, na na-adapt ngayon sa halos sa iba't ibang regions, no? So yun. So ito yun kasi ito dapat yun. So when I discuss things with Director Marlene sa Internal Audit Service, ma'am, ito yung pag ito yung preparation namin sa ano, that's defensive thinking. Paano yun? Ay, hindi human pwede yun. Kasi ganito yun. Defensive thinking yan. No? Then, pag preferred future na, pag meron ka na, then ito nga, dapat ganito. Oh, that's your advantage thinking. Bakit ganon ang choice mo? Kasi ganito yun. Pag itong ginawa mo, ang una pag defensive, hindi dapat kasi will happen pag ginawa mo yan. Sa advantage thinking is, pag ginawa mo ito, then this will improve. This can help, no? So because ito yung preferred future. Ito yung preferred answer. Sa kabila, ito yung hindi dapat na sagot, no? That's defensive. Ito advantage thinking. Ito yun, ganitong pag-digitize ng documents, ganitong pag-process ng UTPRAS, ganitong pag-conduct ganitong pag-ano sa virtual platform, ganito ang ano sa blended delivery sa flexible learning, ganito ang paggawa ng LMS, ganito ang so okay, so preferred yan. Or you say, I prefer Zoom over Google Meet, no? Kasi ganito yon. Ito ang advantage niyan. So this is advantage thinking. Ang tanong is, meron ka ba nito? This is what you have to develop. This is what you will learn from this. This is what we will work on. Kaya, you are taking this course not only for the civil service exam. Okay, papasa ka ng civil service exam, but you have acquired the ability. At kapag naging regular ka na sa TESDA, then you will become a better person. You will become, then, anong advantage pag ma-abilidad ka na, you have these abilities, madali kang mapopromote. Dahil ang galing mo ma-abilidad ka. Alam mong ginagawa, bawat ipagawa sa'yo ng boss mo, ng director mo, ay alam mo, no? So, nawiwili sa yung boss mo. And so, lahat ng pagkakataon yan ng promotion, halos, you will become indispensable sa director mo. Lahat, dahil ikaw ang nakakagawa no? So, then huwag kang reklamo ng reklamo kapag maraming pinapagawa sa'yo. Dahil pag maraming pinapagawa sa'yo, ibig sabihin, maraming abilities, maraming nakita sa iyong abilities ang boss mo o director mo. Now, since you're still climbing, you're still rising, sige, learn from it. Dahil to have that opportunity is not available to everyone. No? Hindi lahat ay nagkakaroon ng ganong opportunity. So, ito yon. With that, no, sa strategic foresight, no, all of this, from learning to anticipation to innovation, a strategy, this is a cycle. And if you keep on improving, then this is your self-improving cycle. You learn. When you learn, you can anticipate, no? Alam mo yan. So, pag alam mo yan, you can anticipate the questions. Pag alam mo yan, like in my case, alam ko kung anong verbal ability test. Alam ko kung anong mathematical ability test. Dahil gumagawa ko ng ganong test, no? Then, you can anticipate. Most likely, itong lalabas. Itong tipong ganitong questions, no? Kaya ina-expose ko kayo. Then you innovate with the possible answers. And then you strategize. Ganito pagsagot. No? Then again, you learn then and so on. This is your cycle of self-improvement. No? So, going back to strategic foresight, no? So strategic foresight is the front end of strategy. Pag strategy, ito yung wiseness. Ito yung disposition mo. Ito yung gagawin mo. Ito yung spontaneous response mo. But you can only have this spontaneous response. You can only have this wiseness, in quotes, when you have your strategic foresight. No? Then, if you don't do anything conscious before jumping into your strategy, you will fail to achieve strategic outcomes. No? If you don't do anything consciously before jumping into your strategy, ang ibig sabihin nito, mag-isip ka at gawin mo. Dahil pag hindi ka nag-isip at bago ka sumagot, no? Hindi mo binasa ng buo ang question, pati yung mga choices, then you most likely you will not get the correct answer. No? So far, Yun. Uh, I'll entertain questions at this point in time. Okay. Meron ditong question, ang hirap kasi, no? I don't know. Ano bang hirap kasi? Ang test? Mahirap talaga ang test pag wala kang ability, no? So, pag kumuha ka ng test, ang unang siguruhin mo is the ability, no? Ano bang uh, attendance, okay. Yan na nga, no? So, hindi pa raw nakapasok kasi hindi pa raw siya nakapasok, then kasi hindi pa siya nakapag-load. Pero bakit siya nakapag-chat, no? Okay lang. Anyway, yung attendance sheet ay nandyan, scroll up nyo lang, no? Wala naman question, no? So, meron pa palang birthday dito, no? So, okay. So, wala nang question. Okay. So, walang question dito. Done as attendance. Okay. I'm just scrolling the chat box kung may questions. Walang question, no? Anyway, I don't expect much questions. Kasi nga, we are still at the pre-test level, feedback level, no? Now, if you are experiencing difficulty in answering the question, then you made a right decision to take this course. But as I said, it will take time, no? Yung attendance, Roslyn, paki-post ulit ng attendance kasi di naman makita. Andyan yung attendance nasa taas, no? I-scroll niyo yung chat box. Ang timestamp is 11:08. Ayan, mayroon na namang attendance, no? Now, be sure to write your attendance kasi maghahabol na naman kayo for the next session. No? Kasi yung mga hindi naka-attend ngayon, pag nag-request sila ng link to the video recording, then yung mga yun ang padadalhan ng link to the virtual coaching. So be sure you have your attendance, ha. Kung wala dito, anyway, meron akong advisory na ginawa na yung hindi nakapag-attend ng session, you will have you just request for the link, no? So pag nag-request ka ng link, it's good as you have requested, you have already attended the session. Manood ka na lang. Pag hindi ka nanood, well, it's up to you, no? You will not understand yourself better, no? Okay, so wala namang tanong. What's next? Okay, refresher lang ito. So schedule, okay. Tapos na tayo nito. Virtual orientation session. Tapos na tayo niyan. Okay, we are now here. Tagal-tagal pang biyahe natin, no? Then next Saturday, then ito session 1, virtual session on virtual coaching, verbal ability, no? That is next Saturday. Then punta kayo sa LMS, then self-paced learning quizzer, learning, then magpapadala ko ng offline learning materials that you can download and then you can work on, no? Then we'll have your feedbacking session on December 12, sa virtual ability. That is from November 21, so wala tayong session sa succeeding Saturdays, December 12 na, no? Then after December 12, okay, so dapat enhance ng verbal ability nyo along these 3. And then you just keep on working self-paced, no? So these are the sessions, no? Take note. November 21 ang coaching, then you will work on it, then December 12, then doon sa December 19, we are going to have numerical clerical abilities. Then coaching will be January 9 na, no? Biruin mo, on these Saturdays, I am giving you my Saturdays, no? Then yan. Then January 23, ang sa numerical ability, session 1, first part. Then February 13, matagal-tagal kasi yan from January 23 to February 13. Dahil I will give you links to YouTube para sa mga problem solving ano. Then yon sa multiples, ito yung focus. Multiples and factors, divisibility, integers, series of operation, decimals, percent, ratio, and proportion. Now, kung mayroon kang anak ngayon na nag-aaral sa na modularized ang learning, then makakatulong ito sa iyo para ikaw ang mag-tutor sa anak mo sa mathematics, yung ano. Then February 20, part 2 ng numerical ability. Okay, then March 6 will be the virtual feedbacking session. Then ang focus naman nito is solving mathematical expressions, age, work, motion, geometry problems, no? Then March 13 will be, ang topic naman is on behavioral interview. Okay. Then within those days, magsisingit na lang ako doon sa information. Okay, virtual integration. Malamang dito sa virtual integration, no? Then post-test. So April 17. Then hopefully we will have our closing activity on April 24. Hindi lang ito verbal lahat na ito. Okay? So we are just on time, no? So I hope that you are now ready. So after this, the next week, try to go back to your pre-test again, then work on it in the context of time na sa ano. Then wag nyong i-recall, wag nyo nang ino-notes yung sagot nyo. Basta just answer it as if you are already taking the real exam, no? Wag nyo nang i-note yung answers nyo, wag nyong kopyahin yung answer nyo. Basta just answer them independently without any reference. Then get the score. Ang focus nyo ngayon sa second round ng pretest will be the time. So, unang beses is establish your baseline. Huwag nyong orasan from 1 to the last item. Then, kunin nyo yung oras. Kung matapos nyo sa 2 hours, or 2 hours or 1.5 hours, that is 90 minutes. Then kuha ka ng second round. Then kunin mo ngayon yan. Kung kanina sa first hour is 90 minutes, gawin mo ngayon sa 1 hour na lang. And then compare the result, no? Pag ang result sa second round is lower than the first round, then that means hindi stable ang ability level mo. Then you have to improve. Magbasa-basa na naman, no? So then kapag ano na nangyari, no? Kasi normally common observation yan, pag pangalawang kumuha ng beses ng test ay mas mababa ang score sa the second time na kinuha mo yung test. It's a natural phenomenon. Kaya lang that is not ideal, no? So anuhin mo. Okay, so since there is no more question, then we can have our closing song, no? Just para magandang takbo ng isip, no? This is promoting mental health, no? You learn to work using with music. Or kapag stress ka, then you undergo music therapy, no? Wag yung mga explosive na mga types of songs, no? Yung it will carry spirit. Pwedeng sumakay ang spirit mo diyan, and then relax yourself, no? So let us have our closing song. Okay, we have come to the end of our virtual feedback session. I would like to thank everyone for attending the session. It was indeed a pleasure being with you, sharing with you my thoughts and insights, and see you on November 21 for our virtual coaching session on verbal ability. We are going to start with our first session on verbal ability. So, keep safe, everyone, and please keep in touch if ever there is any concern that I can be of help to you or that we can be of help to you. So maraming salamat po, and please do keep safe, and looking forward that we will be able to finish this journey and be successful. You will all be successful as you prepare yourself for your civil service exam. No? So to one and all, thank you, and have a great weekend. So before we close, please open your cameras, because we are going to have our photo documentation. Uh, Tapos magsisisi kayo pag hindi nakita yung mukha nyo, no? Sa ano. Bahay, bakit wala ako? Yung iba nagtatag, no? So please, okay? There are 5 pages sa ano. Uh, okay, sandali lang. Kasi inaano ko yung mga nagchat-chat eh. Okay. We are on page 1. Okay. I'll move to page 2. Sandali ha. Please open your camera. Okay. Kay at least makita ko yung mga ka-chat ko, no? Mga nakaka-chat ko, no? Yung mga nakaka-chat ko na nakakatuwa, no? Okay. Page 2. Then if your PD is my personal friend, paki-regard nyo naman ako. Kasi yung mga PDs nyo na nasasabihan nyo, nagme-message sa akin. No? So please give my regards to your PDs, lalo na yung mga galing sa Region 1, no? Sa ano, yung nasa staff ni PD Galanto, no? Okay, we are on page 3. Okay. Sandali ah. Page 3. Okay, page 4, mga saradong camera sa page 4. Sige lang, makikita niyo yung pangalan naman eh. Okay. Page 5. You're on the last page. Okay. Yeah. You're all welcome, yung mga sasabi na ano. Oh, you are there, PD ano, Galanto, please regards, no? I hope you're all fine. So to everyone, it was a pleasure sharing with you my thoughts and insights, and please do feel free to connect with me, to chat with me if there are things in life that you cannot understand, no? So kasi pwede tayo ng counseling, no? So ano yung title ng song, may nagtanong, no? Ano yung title ng song? Is My Tribute, no? Hindi yan To God Be the Glory, kasi pag hinanap niyo yung To God Be the Glory, iba yung lalabas na song. My Tribute ang ano diyan. Gusto nyo, I will share the link with you, because that is my signature song in every activity. May meetings ako, may ano, that is my signature song. I always end my activities with that song, no? Okay, so thank you, and please keep safe and have a great weekend, no? So magsa-sign off na ako. Okay? Bye-bye, no? So laban lang tayo ha. Okay. Okay. PD Jojo is your friend. Okay. So bye-bye.